Okay.
And one shot's one of them.
All right. Let me. Oh wait, I gotta adjust the camera.
Best behavior.
I don't know the meaning of that word.
Oh no! There we go.
I did that because you were doing it.
Okay. So, what is up, nerds, and welcome to tonight's session of Starships and Sarlaccs. Whoa.
What a way to start. I'm so sorry.
You just died.
Just hit right around the corner. I'm so sorry.
Camera down.
Alright, as the pace, you drop dead immediately.
No!
Oh, it fell over. I didn't even see that.
Okay, so, what's up, nerds, and welcome to Starships and Sarlaccs tonight. I am Austin, your game master. As always, here with Mercedes.
Hello.
Morgan.
What's up?
Paul.
That's me.
Brent.
Hello.
Alex.
Hello.
Spencer.
No,
Jayla.
Hello.
Lindsay.
Hi.
And Cadence.
And
Cadence in the
the baby.
So,
My forehead. It's fine.
okay, so one shot, you probably best not to say whatever it is you're thinking. But just in case you haven't noticed, we have ourselves a different setup here tonight. I'm struggling with the shadows on my face. So yes, I am actually going to turn.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got a lot of shadow on you, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix
So
it.
dark.
You're beautiful.
Blinded by
No.
the light.
So, one shot and whoever else is joining us, thank you for everybody joining us, by the way. Let us know if there are echoes or things that pop up, problems with the dual microphone setup that we have going on right now. I'm going to keep an eye on audio levels because I got this microphone, which I got for my birthday. Thank you to my family. And we've got the other microphone that we've been using. We're also, Lindsay, Spencer, and Shayla are on the television. So if there is an echo problem, let me know and we will do our best to fix it. But thank you all for being here tonight at the anti-penultimate episode. If you don't know where that word came from, after the stream, go ahead and watch our Elden Ring episode that we did last night. We talked about the word penultimate and its very many varieties.
You might have a headache, so have some water.
It's variants. It's variants.
Whatever.
It's like a multiverse of madness thing.
Have some water
Which is out on Disney Plus, by the way.
I want to sit down.
Yes. So, what is going to happen here tonight? We are going to get into tonight's session of Starships and Sarlaccs. So, do we have anything? I guess we will say right now there will be no streams next weekend, Friday or Saturday, because Morgan, Paul, Mercedes, and I will be going out of town with my parents for the 4th of July weekend, so there will be no streams next weekend. We apologize for any inconvenience. So, let's jump in then, shall we?
Yeah.
So, where we last left the crew of the Stargazer, they had just returned, or they had just gone to the planet Midori to return Nylana, Byra's mother, back to their people after successfully completing. Hear them on that. Sorry, Canada Day weekend. Is that next week? When's Canada Day weekend? One shot, let us know. Anyway. They returned to Midori to take Nylana home, as well as to visit the people there and to take a little bit of respite after completing their mission to Malachor and sealing a rift or a wound in the Force that threatened the balance of all of time and space, really. And after there was some revelry had, there was a party held. A lightsaber crystal was given by Lord Gratis to Coda, having received a double-bladed lightsaber.
So smug.
A little bit of training was held. Levelings were up. Levelings were up. Always leveled up. Everyone's leveled up, right? Y'all are leveled up, right?
Yeah. We're level 7, right?
Yeah.
All 7, right?
Okay.
What's that?
Just make sure you got the right number.
Double check.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
leveled
heard
up.
the 6 hit points. Woo! Yeah!
Misunderstood.
20
I
more
have
hit
14.
No!
Oh gosh, no.
Not really.
Lightman go up 8 levels.
Yeah. So, and there was a lot of conversations held as well. As DePayas talked to Dr. Ravri about her family, his desires to remember them. Ravri basically spilled the secret of her involvement with the Empire to everyone but Aetov.
Thank you.
And Aetov had a couple of close conversations with Lord Gratis. And there are going to be some more interactions as we get on, but when I ended, y'all were contacted, being contacted by Oranos Zalo's hollow frequency. But we are going to jump back in with an interaction that I had planned between Gratis and Dex.
Hey, it's me.
That is you. So,
Sorry, made more sense.
Dex, I was going to do this during the party, but I can say it will happen the morning after. Gratis will walk up to Dex, like, Captain, might I have a moment of your time? I wish to ask you a question.
Of course. What can I do for you?
We at the party for who was the party for?
Mylana?
No,
Oh, Broga? The
Yeah, it
hut?
was
Barga.
Barga.
No, not Barga.
Barga.
Yeah, Barga.
Barga.
Barga the Hut.
He's dead.
Uh-huh. Yes, I have a lot of scrolling to do. Okay. At the party for Barga the Hut, when we engaged with Dr. Vascon, it was rather chaotic. I was curious to know if you saw what happened to Barga the Hut, because I saw that he was dead after. Did you see what happened specifically regarding that?
As I recall, there was another sniper opposite of me, which I did take care of, but he must have gotten a shot out beforehand and taken out Barga before I could get to him.
Roll a deception check for me.
Oh.
Wow, I actually have a +3 to deception. Like,
Not bad.
okay, that's an 18.
Okay. Gratis sort of narrows his eyes. Interesting. Well, I had hoped that your particular skills as a sniper would have proven greater than his. That is most unfortunate.
Yeah, with all the chaos going on with our group, I was focused on them and not able to give my full attention to the room until after I saw that things were taken care of with oh shoot, why did I just forget his name?
Barga. Or Vascon.
Yeah, Vascon. Things were taken care of with Vascon.
Well, that is unfortunate. I certainly hope his major domo or his successor does not come after you for failing your duty, but I will endeavor to absolve you of any wrongdoings that may come upon you.
I appreciate that. I would hope that I was just a cog in the wheel of many guards and protection that was going on during that battle. I'm sure my exact positioning and everything are forgotten, but as you say, it might not be a bad idea for me to stay out of the more popular spaceports.
Yes, perhaps for some time we ought to consider for your safety, but either way, I was simply curious. I saw that he was dead after the fight was over, but I was not sure how it occurred.
Yeah. An unfortunate thing, but, you know, with the way huts are, I'm sure his loss will not be missed.
Perhaps. Well, thank you for your candor.
You're welcome. And might I say I appreciate the help that you've given to my crew in the combats and other events that have transpired since you joined us.
Well, I gave my word to be as useful as possible, and so I intend to continue to act upon that as much as I can.
Thank you. And again, I do very much appreciate it.
You are very welcome.
Dude.
And he will take his leave. Morgan, I believe there was also something you wanted to do with Dex
Yes.
that we didn't get to.
There was, but I will admit I have forgotten what I wanted to
Well,
talk
then we will come back to that at another time.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It
Where's your
happens.
bow?
Hmm?
You can ask him.
Hang on.
All shall be revealed in the.
I think so. I don't remember how I was gonna ask that.
Okay, alright.
I'll bring it up later if I
Bring it up
remember.
later. Okay.
Ask him in Morse code.
Were there any more interactions? Brent, you have something.
Yes. So after Kota wakes up, after his party day,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
DP will be like sitting on the bed, just waiting.
Staring at him.
Oh yeah.
My head hurts.
You are awake.
So loud.
What?
Turn down your voice.
He turns it down. I'll keep the stage volume the same.
I imagine there's that green volume bar from 1997 television.
Kota, I've been very impressed with your demeanor, your decision making, and so I have a gift for you.
Really? A gift? I mean, of course, yes. I have done these things as captain. What is it?
Well, he pulls out 3 grenades. I've been carrying these since, what was the name of the planet?
Terrace?
Yes.
Coruscant?
Right here, first note, Terrace the planet.
Terrace the planet.
I
Terrorize
since
the planet.
Terrace, I have had no opportunities to use them, but I know that you utilized your thermal detonator in the fight against that lumbering Sith Lord.
Yes, I did.
So I thought it would be good to help you replenish your supplies.
Bless you, DP.
And he will gladly take the grenades.
I appreciate your work. You are a good companion.
DP, that's very nice of you to say.
Thank you. I would say it louder, but I cannot.
And then it's.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Okay.
Were there any other ones? I believe. there
Right, so that is 3 incendiary grenades.
Oh,
Hey. So, so Morgan can't remember hers. I know you wanted one.
I'm
Was there any
trying really
others?
hard.
I think that's everyone. Okay.
I was gonna ask. Okay, I do want to. I had one question.
No, I just.
And she had her hand up
Oh.
too.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was gonna ask because I thought you said that last time, but I couldn't remember.
I know. I just got your text. So, but at some point, probably like in the morning before, when things have kind of settled after the party, he's gonna come up and be like, oh, "Good morning, Miss Ayatollah." Bow to her a little bit.
Me, I think. Alex, I can't hear you super well.
Oh, can you not?
What is it with you?
I know. I don't know. The mic doesn't like. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna come up and kind of bow and just be like, "Good morning, Miss Ayatollah."
Good morning.
You share a room together.
Do we? I thought I
Yeah,
shared.
you
Oh,
share.
is it the 2 of us? I forgot we shared. I thought I shared with somebody else. I'm so sorry.
I like to think of this as the pace walks out of the room
And then just
comes
walks back in.
And then forgets, like, oh crap.
She's gonna be like, I know things have been a little difficult, but I may need your assistance.
You said you need my assistance? Is that what you
Yes.
said? Okay. With what?
He's gonna pull out the cross saber hilt that he found on, where did I find
Malachor.
it? Malachor. That's where I found it. He's gonna put out, and he's gonna say, you are the one person that I know knows how to get these up and running. Do you think I could ask of your assistance?
Absolutely.
He's just gonna kind of hand it to her and just trust her with that.
My assistants, I mean, can you do it?
I know, because he's like, I don't know how to do this.
I'm just going to kind of look it over for a second. So, can I identify what needs to be fixed on it for it to be working?
Yeah, make make an intelligence check for me with your proficiency bonus, because this would be like kind of with your artificer's tools. So,
Okay.
I know you're extremely smart.
Oh. Hope if I actually rolled it.
Nice.
Wait, intelligence plus proficiency?
Yes.
16.
16. Okay. So you can tell this is an old lightsaber, obviously. He's cleaned it up a little bit from Malachor. It's got some parts that are a little bit degraded. Yeah, they're preserved well enough, but you think that you could be able to get it to work if you had parts, say, from Aspaeus' other lightsaber, if you so desired, because most of them, because they're hundreds of years old, are pretty much not useful anymore.
Okay. Are you wishing to use this in replacement of your current lightsabers?
I mean, I could if I needed to. Does it need
Well,
parts?
it's...
What does it need to function?
I mean, it would need parts, which would be best coming from another lightsaber. So if you're willing to part with the ones that you have, I can take one of them and kind of use it for parts. But if you're not comfortable with that, then I won't.
So, question.
Yes.
Because on both my lightsaber, I have like my augments and stuff in my mods. Would I be able to transfer them to the other one, or no? Because if not, that's.
I would say that would. It's possible. It would require a higher check on her part. You could assist her with it if you so desired, but it would be a little bit of a higher DC.
And the ship workstation doesn't help out with this, right?
No, it'd be her artificer's tools. There's no implemented artificer's tools, and I will say that there will be enough time for you to accomplish this over the course of however long it takes you to get to where you're about to be.
Okay, yeah, and that's fine. It's not like a rush. Just.
So I'm gonna let you do it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You want to try doing it with all my mods?
Yeah, I will do my best.
Okay. Then let's try it. We can try it on the journey there. We'll have plenty of time. So.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I want to see something. I actually don't believe. Oh no, he does. Oh sweet. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's
Cool.
all on a task.
So, Lindsay, was there something you wanted to do for Aetoff, or were you just reacting to Alex's?
No, I was just reacting to
Okay.
him.
All right. So,
I'm just curious. Does Raffrey want to do anything? Maybe mention something to Ed?
yeah, Robbery, you got anything?
Nope.
Maybe Gratis?
Okay.
Nope. Good. We good.
So,
I think I remember.
you think you?
I think. I've got something in mind. I'll just kind of wing it.
Well, it doesn't have to be completely.
Yeah, I know. I had it all last time, and then Spencer was unavailable, and
Yeah.
I just lost it.
It happens.
But I think I got it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'd imagine this should probably be after the party as well. Miria will.
Rewind time.
Rewind.
Well, at the party on the ship, it doesn't matter. Miria will find Dex. And she'll start off.
I'm gonna go get
So, I found out something interesting about robbery. And you knew about it too?
So she's telling people now, is it?
Yeah. It would seem. But you were one of the first to know?
Yes. As captain, she felt it was necessary to tell me first, and I appreciated that. And she also asked to keep it on the safe side until she felt like it was okay to talk to people about it. So I complied with her wishes.
What are your thoughts on all of that?
Sorry, say that again.
What were your thoughts on what she said? Did you think she was a threat? Did you just let it go? What did you think?
Oh well, I told her if her secondary life was something to be a threat to the crew, that I would simply shoot her.
Yeah, that sounds like you. Not surprised. Admittedly, I was taken aback at first, but at the same time, we've been around her enough that I mean, she already seems like she wants to do right and do better. So I believe her, and I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I agree. I'm willing to listen to her and um, see how things go. And so far, since she's told me, she hasn't come into any problems that have affected the crew or things that are going with the crew. But again, if things do change, she knows what will happen to her.
Yes, and I believe she knows you well enough to know that you will act on your threats.
I would hope so. We've spent good enough time together as a crew. I feel like we know maybe not all the ins and outs, but we know a general sense for each of our fellow party members.
Very true. Speaking of that, and along the lines of change, I know we've sort of talked about this before, but you and I have worked together for a long time. Or at least, not a long time, a good amount of time at this point.
This is true.
I know you were put with me as my bodyguard for a while. And, well, for one thing, I don't think I will be. I told this to Ravrey too. I don't think I will be employed after this. Not after the stunt I pulled with my boss to get that party invitation.
You know, you're probably right. But, things happen. I just had a conversation with Gratis, and due to some events that happened at the party, um, we both agreed it might be for the best that I stay away from the more popular spaceports and popular regions, just for a little bit until the whole party dies down and everything, the news from it.
So what does that mean then? Like how long do you think?
That's a good question. That's why it pays to have someone like you who knows their way around the HoloNet to keep their ear to the floor about any gossip or anything that might be floating around out there. Um, let's just say
And
I don't know
can
if
definitely do
you
that.
noticed there was quite a lot that went on, but why did I just forget his? I'm so terrible with names tonight.
Varga.
Yeah, he he was shot and killed during the fight.
He was.
He was. I believe it to be there was a sniper opposite me who was taking shots into the crowd, and I am assuming that before I was able to get to him, he got a shot off and killed him. But because I was part of the guard detail and specifically that was my job to keep out for things like that, we Gratis and I both think that it might be the best idea that I stay away from anywhere where any of his men might be lurking.
Can I roll insight?
Hey, Spencer, roll deception.
Roll it good.
Punch. That's 12.
You beat me. I got 7.
Oh!
Oh no!
Okay.
Finally!
You can tell entirely forthcoming
man.
with what happened.
He's
Sorry, guys. I'm just
You
being
know.
super loud.
Just like throwing things
Plowing.
around. Jeez.
Sorry.
I didn't shoot him.
What? What are you talking about? The other guy shot him. I swear. I saw him.
I don't know what to tell you, man. There was this other sniper. He was shooting.
Last time I saw him, he was sitting on him.
Come again.
I
was
was
on
over on
the
the
bench.
bench.
Probably John Mulaney.
No, because I was over on the
Popsicle sticking in my mouth. What'd you care for, popsicle?
Anyway,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. You're good. We have fun.
Dex, I know you well enough to know when you're not being entirely forthright with me. That and I know your skills well enough to know that you wouldn't have let some other sniper get a hit on your quarry. If you do not wish to tell me why you are lying, then that is fine. But just know that I am not convinced.
Fine. You will be the first to know that I am the one who shot him.
Le gasp.
Le gas. J'accuse.
Why did you shoot him?
We have a history. Back when I was on Narshada, I used to run guns and other less than legal items for him. Had a decent crew that ran with me. And let's just say some of his greediness got the best of him, and now I'm the only surviving member of the crew, and so I felt like it was the right kind of payback to make sure that he didn't ruin any other smuggling crews.
So you did it to protect us.
And others, yes.
All right. I cannot say I fault you too much for that. That is a very hard thing to go through. And his actions definitely were not right. Could have done it perhaps in a more discreet way and not in the middle of a public event, but
I mean, yeah, but again, so far you're the only one who has figured out who actually killed him. And to be honest, with the way huts work, I don't think anyone's going to be looking too deeply into it. But as a precaution, I'm going to, stay with the ship on some of our excursions to more populated planets.
I would just like to say you beat Gratis's insight by 1.
oh my god!
Yeah. I rolled a 15 on that one, and then I rolled a 4 on the other one.
Oh!
You hates to see it.
Yeah, hates to see it.
You beat the Sith, but you can't beat your friend you've been traveling with for longer than everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
Continue.
Well, like I said, I know you well enough. I've traveled with you enough to know when things are off, so to speak.
And it
Question-
just brings us back to our earlier part of the conversation about Ravri. I was very close to that crew, and his actions caused the death of them. And I remain with this to any point. If anyone was to cause any harm to our current crew, I would make sure that they got the proper reimbursement on their transaction.
Meaning a laser through the head.
That's one way, yeah. There's others.
I know
He will reach behind him and pull out something you've never seen before, but he has I believe they're called a holdout blaster that he will just kind of spin around his finger.
Like a really small,
Sometimes-
concealable blaster.
Oh.
Sometimes a dark alley or storage room, no witnesses. It's really easy.
Thanks.
Dex the assassin.
Well, if Gratis thinks that you should stay low for a while, then that's fine. And hopefully, no one digs too deep. And if anything, if I keep my ear to the floor, as you said, on the HoloNet, and I find someone is on your trail, I'm sure I can figure out some ways to make that suddenly disappear.
You know, and this is one of the reasons why I appreciate you so much as a friend. Just one of many, but it is a good one.
Many. That's reassuring. I think you're starting to be a bad influence on me.
Starting to?
No, that's not the first time I've heard someone say that about me.
I know we're getting close to finishing things up with this current mission we've had. I like this group, and like I said, I probably won't be employed after this. So, I mean, I personally don't think it'll hurt to stay with them, but if I'm also no longer employed, then you're no longer obligated to stay with me.
Yeah, I have really started to grow attached to this crew, and more importantly, he's going to kind of rub his hand on the dash of the spaceship. I've grown accustomed to this ship, and wouldn't mind sticking around with this ship, and whoever decides to stay with her as well, and see what other adventures we can get up to.
That makes me glad to hear. I don't have many friends, but I will admit you were probably the first actual friend that I've ever had. So, if you chose to go your own way, I wouldn't have blamed you, but I cannot say I wouldn't miss you.
You make it sound like he's dying.
Yeah.
I hope he's not dying.
That's why I said if he chose to go his own way.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Got
Yes.
to move on.
I gotta go my own way.
Trying to understand.
Well, kid, to be honest, you're the first member of my new crew, and probably my first friend after the deaths of my old crew. I was wandering for a time after their death, and just happened to take the job for some extra credits of protecting you, and look where it's led me now.
Well, I am definitely glad to hear you're gonna stay, because I know before you'd said maybe going to just whatever the next job is, but
I mean, that's still the idea and the plan, but just hopefully this time the ship and crew sticks along for that job.
I'm inclined to agree. Anyway, I should probably
Yeah,
go
we've
feed our
got-
cat.
Feed the
Sorry,
cats.
what were you saying?
I'm assuming this is maybe about the time the communication comes in.
This is
and
about when the call comes in.
Okay.
How does the call come in? Like, is it just a loud announcement throughout the ship?
No,
or-
you hear there's not a ringtone, but there's some there's a
You hear the
beeping noise.
hangout message. Good morning.
Just kind of like a chirping.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I hate
So
you.
who answers?
I just needed to know.
Because you
Oh,
recognize the
like,
hollow
crying
frequency as
English.
Aranos's. So who's
I'll
answering?
run in.
Dex is answering.
I'll probably answer and make sure everyone assembles in the room.
Yeah, in the
I'll raise-
main conference room in the center. All right. So you answer, and the image appears. You're expecting to see Oranos Zalo, obviously, but you actually don't see him. You standing before you is the she's not very tall, sort of slender figure of Moalani, the Chiss operative, who you once knew as Anari or as Casilius Zann's Casilius
Assistant,
Zann's
right?
right
Yeah.
hand, who turned out
I
to be
love
an
her.
agent of the Chiss Ascendancy.
I love her so much. She's so cool.
She's standing there in her, you can kind of see, they call it a body glove, but her like one jumpsuit with a leather jacket on. Her sniper still strung across her back. She says, excuse me. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to have caught you all at this time.
Could you speak softer, please? I'd appreciate that.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to,
He's
You're so
hungover.
loud.
Ignore
I
him.
see. Well, good to know. Either way, I have found the Trailblazer, Casilius Zann's ship. Good news is it's not far from you in the Outer Rim. It's at least from where, at least, actually, where are you right now? We don't know where you are.
In space?
We are just on the atmosphere of. I am so bad with names. It's just with an M.
Midori.
Midori. That's right. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought that, but I was like, that's not right.
I
It's like
don't
Midoriya.
can't say I know where that is. Is that in the Outer Rim?
Yes.
Is it?
It is in the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
In the Outer Rim. Excellent.
Oh, they don't
And then
have
it's-
like. Star Trek has, like the class, like it's a Class M planet or something like that. Star Wars doesn't have that, and I wish it kind of did because it's great.
Star Wars doesn't have the Federation, so they have no reason to have a classification system like
I
that.
know.
Star
But
Wars
like,
ain't
it's
great at
just so
classifying
useful.
things.
Like, it's a low.
It's just an outer rim.
It's all
Mid-rim.
outer rim, inner rim.
They
I don't
have
know.
they do have sectors though. There are sectors within each region.
Yeah, but the
regions.
maps never tell you where they are.
Actually, I found a map that does. Actually, it's very nice.
Thank you.
They're not very spacefaring, are they? The people of Midori.
No, very much not.
Okay, so they are not the most traveled in the galaxy, and so their planet is a little unknown. One of our we have a connection there, and stopped by for a quick moment.
Well, it's good to know. If as long as you're in the Outer Rim, it means you should be relatively nearby. I will send you the coordinates. I myself am waiting here. I am cloaked in my own ship, not far from it. As far as my scans can tell, there are only a select number of life forms on board, which appear to be Casilius Zann's crew. The rest of them appear to be droids. Observing it from a distance, it appears that Raymont Black has assembled a small army of droids and has taken over the ship. I do not know what is going on, what is transpiring, but I am waiting here just outside of their scanner range. Hopefully, anyway. They haven't made any move against me, so please move here as soon as you can.
You said Okara.
What?
We will.
No.
I didn't say anything.
We will come yourself. Is it possible for you to send us any scans of the ship you may have, even just a general layout or model of the ship that we can look at?
I have I have an exact layout. I used to work on the ship, if you recall.
Perfect.
You know what? It was a dumb question, but I'm glad I asked it anyways.
I'm a Chiss Ascendancy spy working for an intergalactic entrepreneur criminal.
You're a spy?
You already knew this.
Again, he's hungover.
Yes, this is Lonnie.
Robbery will just give him the side eye.
They're everywhere.
You're usually so prescient.
Well, I'll send you the coordinates now.
All right, we will make the jump immediately.
So she sends you the coordinates. She cuts off the transmission. You guys, I take it, make your way off planet to go find him.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Sarah,
Let's
goodbyes.
go.
Give our alohas.
Hello.
So it's going to take you about 17 hours to reach this destination from where you're at. So it leaves plenty of time for long rests as well as other things you might need to do.
Oh, I need to roll a d20.
Can
If
I
you
work
need-
on
if
the
you-
lightsaber project?
Yes, you can. So this will be time, especially for those who have force or tech powers that you can change. You can switch them out for things that might be, more appropriate. So, as you guys go actually to work on it, Gratis, we'll see that you're about to start working. May I ask what it is you're about to undertake?
Me?
Yes, you. Well, both of you really,
Oh.
as the Payas and Aetov.
Oh, I'm trying to get this lightsaber operational that Astapeus found on Malachor.
Oh, fascinating. That is a very ancient design. If you would like, I can assist you in this.
Sure, I'm
Wait,
grateful
hang-
for your assistance.
Crap, that's not the right power. Actually, I'll just have him change it out. I know there's a power that'll help.
It's like 5'10".
Yeah, probably.
6'4".
Or not. Hang on.
Yeah, he has me
Dadgummit.
on too.
Actually, I'm just going to flavor it this way. Gratis is basically going to continually cast guidance on you for a very long time. He's going to.
Yeah,
Well, I'm going to
guidance.
flavor it this way. He starts to meditate and just kind of focuses his energy on you to help this. So you will get to add a D6 on top of.
Ooh.
So you're going to get advantage from as the pass and a D6 from Gratis.
Okay.
Intelligence with your proficiency.
I better roll really well. That's all I have to say. I rolled a natural 1 on the 1 die, so that's really good.
Oh.
Okay, D6.
Is
2.
better.
Okay, all right.
What's your proficiency?
So 19 plus proficiency, 23.
23. Okay.
Yay!
Thank you, Lindsay.
You are successfully able to transplant the appropriate parts to the lightsaber. Excuse me. Excuse me. And how many mods do you have on the lightsaber again?
Okay, one I have. Both of them I have my augment, but then one I just have a. Oh, I have the crit on 1920.
Yeah. the
That
key.
one on both. I have the
Yeah,
guardian
mod.
offensive one on both, and then one I have a disarming.
Okay. So which one are you wanting to transplant the mods over? The one with 3 or the one with 2?
Could I do either one, or will that depend on the?
Well, just tell me which one you want.
I'll do the 3.
Okay. She's only able to get 2 of the mods over.
That's okay.
So which ones do you want to transplant over?
The crit and the guardian offensive.
The crit and the guardian. Okay. So the
Disarming.
disarming mod, she's not able to get over.
That's okay.
But she's able to transplant. So you now have a crossguard saber, which you can look up on SW5e. It already has defensive 1 on it, so you get an extra mod for that. It also is a heavy weapon, so when you use your strength, you deal additional damage to it equal to half your strength modifier. What's your dexterity?
16.
Okay, you are able to wield this.
Okay, cool.
You need a dexterity of 13.
That's important.
What is your strength?
Yes. You better not have made me do all that work for nothing.
I would feel
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, can't use
So
this.
yeah, if you want to look up on SW5e crossguard saber,
Yeah.
because it also has a couple of different.
If you weren't able to wield it, I had.
When we see
a dexterity score of.
I think it's
was
like a
able to
Kylo.
do it.
Hang on, Spencer, were you asking a question?
I'm just saying, just to make sure I have the image clear in my head. When we say crossguard, we're meaning like Kylo Ren.
Yeah, we're meaning like
Yeah,
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Okay. Just wanted to double check because sometimes SWE's got like some crazy names for some of the lightsabers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this
You
one
know-
I'm flavoring. I'm actually going to change what I initially did. This one, because Kylo Ren's is pointed off to the sides, like just kind of perpendicular. And there are lightsabers like that were on Malachor, but yours, Alex, is pointed in a V shape.
Ooh, that's sick.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
cool.
even cooler.
And will it just be the same color as my one I had? I had green ones.
We'll just say yes because I don't remember what lightsaber color I said.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And I mean, I don't think it'd be too much
It
of a
doesn't.
difficulty to move the crystal over.
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
just say
want
that
to
yes.
hear
Okay, cool.
I wanna
No,
hear
it's just
that.
not important. I was just curious.
What'd you say, Lindsay?
Sorry, I was talking to these two. They're ridiculous.
Him.
I got a great one.
No, you don't get to share.
I'm not going to share. I'm saying I got a good one.
It is also versatile, so if you ever wanted to wield it two-handed, it does an extra D10. Or not an extra, it does D10.
It does
damage.
D10. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it's D8 normally, but if you were to versatile it with two hands, it will be a D10.
Oh, me.
Heavy prior.
That's it. She'll show you.
Yeah. So you also have a +2 to damage on that.
So that's just whenever I use it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Whenever you use your strength for it, if you're using your dex. Well, actually, you couldn't because it's not a.
I knew it
That's
was.
So anyway, you get to do that. Anyone switch out any powers that you'd like to? You now have plenty of time.
I would like
Okay,
to
cool.
switch out a frag grenade for an
You know,
incendiary grenade.
The Scout does not have a great selection
I will
of
probably switch out a couple spells myself.
So-
powers. Yeah, so
You
nothing that's like super
Helpful.
helpful. Like, I mean, I have healing. I have a lot of healing, and I just have
Oh
some
shoot!
damage.
I was gonna take a droid. Ah shoot! I gotta look up something.
Well, see, again, this is like you guys know that there are droids. So for those of you like Lindsay, I know a lot of force abilities don't affect droids, but there are some that do. If you wish to ask Radish for anything dark side related, you could do that.
Remind me again what type of damage affects droids.
Ion damage is very good against droids.
Thank you.
If you're doing a saving throw against lightning damage.
A
or
stim.
ion
A
damage.
dexterity stim.
Oh,
That she has
They
had
are
for a while.
vulnerable to ion damage, but they have
You
disadvantage.
use
on
and it
it.
increases your dex by 4 for 1 hour.
Got it.
Ion does double.
my 34 by 4.
Yeah. For 1 hour.
Whoa, that's dope.
So that's okay.
Can I maybe just like ask? This is gonna sound weird, but like ask Gratis for recommendations on force powers. Like,
Ask Austin some recommendations for
Can
force
you,
powers.
can you go through this 5e manual with me?
I was just thinking like, what would be a good? Is there a force power that can heal droids?
There is not. There are tech powers that can heal droids.
That's what I
Like,
thought, but I wasn't sure about that because none of my healing works against for droids, so I could never heal DP.
yeah, but Miria does have that capability if you wish to bring
Yeah.
that with her.
I also have the.
Okay.
Mira's got DP covered. I've got about everyone else with some healing.
Okay, so then I think I'll probably be okay.
And as a reminder too, I can heal myself using my hit dice as a bonus action.
Yes.
Right.
Can do that.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good because I was a little
for
bit
you.
like
Dang it.
I wouldn't be able to help.
Yeah, you're just gonna find the
Yeah.
dexterity.
It's a little weird, but I'm just gonna keep for the sake of
Eric is
consistency.
not
Force
gonna
would have
approach
no
you.
real way of healing.
Fine, but I have the ability to.
That's
I've,
actually
I've got repair droid.
She can channel her force energy into
Yeah.
healing.
I can
If
use
she
a
wants.
focus point to touch a
I'm
willing
gonna
creature.
take disabled droid.
and,
Okay.
hit points
Yeah.
back.
You have to expend an attack action or part of an attack action to do this,
Items.
Yeah, roll your martial art.
I'll just put it down here.
which is a D6, I believe, at this point.
Yeah.
That would be useful.
So
Yeah. If anybody heard that for anybody else.
So we've got
Sorry,
Byra has the ability basically from her monks, from a monk thing that allows her to expend a focus point and one of her attack actions to heal a creature within 5 feet of her.
Sweet. So we got some good healing coverage.
You got some
Nice.
healing coverage.
I'm good.
I think we're gonna need it.
Okay. Is there anything other powers you wish to ask Gratis about? Because you can't heal droids, but
Yeah. I don't think so. Not
Force
that I
lightning.
can. No, not that I can think of, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. If I think of one, I'll text you. How about
okay.
that?
Yeah, you go ahead and look for that. And I'm willing to retcon it if we need to, just for the sake of keeping these moving along. So
Okay.
eventually, you guys exit hyperspace at a distance, and you see off. Well, not a distance. You see off in the distance, very small, because. Oh yes, Spencer.
I was just gonna say because it's 17 hours to get there, right?
Yes.
After after I put in the hyperspace coordinates basically, and the ship basically does its own thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at the schematics for a little bit, and then I wanted to call a meeting and have everyone look at the schematics together.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Before or after that meeting, because 17 hours.
Long time.
Coda will want to talk with Robbery.
we'll do this first, and then we'll get to robbery.
Okay.
So
Shayla's like, no.
you look over the schematics, and I don't have one because there is no full schematic for this type of ship. But if you can imagine for me, if you wish to pull up a Google image of this, in fact, I will do the same. Let me just pull it
Can
up.
you with my brain?
What am I typing?
So it looks like this. Let me just pull it up. I will move this over to the screen here. So that is it right here. Oh, well, that's
A Thranta class Corvette.
yes, a Thranta class Corvette. So it's this long ship. If you can't see it, especially for those of you at home, imagine like the Hammerhead Corvettes from Rogue One, but they're much bigger. The front is a lot more roundy, and there's a bunch of engines kind of in this weird formation on the back.
Cluster.
And a cluster
Sweet.
on the back. I would say Kota and DP and Asdapeus, given your experience with the Republic military, this particular Thranta class Corvette you recognize has a lot less armaments on it than a standard Corvette. It is very likely, because this is a military model, it is very likely that Zann bought his own one to use privately.
Would this be like military surplus?
Potentially, yeah. Like a military surplus, or even like, or he's just extremely rich.
We just had a random Corvette
just take it.
frigates.
Yeah. So,
He could have been our boss.
also looking at the schematics, Moalani has labeled some parts of the ship for you. So you see, towards the kind of the back, in the middle, there's this like circular section, this like cylinder that kind of goes through the center, and not far up from that is a hangar bay that's very long and kind of fits through the middle of the ship, big enough to fit your ship in. There's also a cargo hold just adjacent to that, in between that and the like engine compartment, and not far forward, there's something that definitely definitely does not fit normal. That is labeled casino.
Oh my lord.
Trucker.
I love it. He's so
That is an actual modification you can get in a large size ship.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. Of
And
course,
it's a very long section of the ship. It's kind of up towards the middle. So like if the hangar deck is on like the lower section, you're gonna have to go up and then get to it on the way to the bridge. There also is a security. Oh, hang on. Actually, let me just pull up the sheet for the Trailblazer because I do have one.
What's the name?
The Trailblazer. So, she has 2 sets of luxury quarters labeled, which can hold 400 people total, which is more than enough to run the ship.
Holy cow.
There is one big gun at the front, sitting like right underneath the curved part
Really big
of the bridge. There is a security suite, which has storage, also has a brig. It has a bunch of other stuff. It's got a mess hall and a command center towards the center of the ship, and then of course the command bridge, at the front. Hang
Is
on a
it safe
second.
to assume that Casilius is probably going to be in the brig? I mean, he's on the ship, right? Is that what our assumption is?
Yeah, he's on the
Have to
ship.
check. I mean, it's also going to be might not be a bad idea to see if there's anything in there that we can't scavenge for
Yeah.
extra munitions, grenades. Any of that stuff could possibly be in there as well that we could possibly take and use. But yeah, this is what Dex basically wants to do, is get everyone to look at the ship and talk about the plan
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah, I mean,
So there's no like live feed of what the ship is looking like, in terms of like where the droids are or where
Yeah.
Zann is or where Raymont Black will be. But for the most part, you have a full layout of the ship.
her name. What's the name of it? What's the name? Lonnie. Is she the one that talked to us just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lonnie, yes.
Lonnie, yeah.
So she said that they only registered that Casilius's crew was on board, not necessarily that Raymond Black was on board.
If I didn't specify that she saw Raymond Black, yes, Raymond Black is on board.
Oh, okay. I thought that you just said that the crew was there, and so I was like,
No,
where the heck
if
is
I meant to say Casilius, his
No.
crew, and the droids and Raymont Black are still on board.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Okay.
Yeah, look, we're going to want to figure out how this is going to go down. We are going to want to figure out a formation for us to stick in to put those with, where each of our abilities can shine forth, but also a way that we can protect and take care of each other as we are probably going to have to fight our way through this ship and what I can only assume to be, or not assume, we were told, and fight through a small army of droids in order to get to the brig and then eventually to the bridge.
Oh, I will also say, along with the schematic, Molani sends a kind of like little spark notes of the ship, mentioning
Spark
that
notes?
as part of his crew, it takes 200 people to run a medium-sized or a large-sized starship, minimum of 200 people. So he has a full crew to run it, but he also has a small security force of 50. There are weapons for each of them. There's weapons for about 100 people in the security suite. And there is also as far as she's aware, he was hiring a small band of mercenaries to undertake what he originally wanted you guys to do. So they are also on board. It's about
Do we know if
five
band
of
of
them.
mercenaries are they imprisoned or are they working with Black?
Her notes do not specify.
Okay. Okay, so we have some extra things as well. But again, I think if we can come up with a plan beforehand so that as soon as ship touches down and we disembark, we know what we're doing and we know where we're going.
So it's mostly droids, but there are also humanoids on the ship too.
Yeah, but from what Molani can tell, that's predominantly like the crew of the ship.
Okay.
So
The
are
droids
we
are
wanting
moving.
to get the security force to the armory to have some firepower support?
Did you guys catch that?
I mean,
If we can get the security force to the security suite to get them
So-
to have them help, basically.
Yeah, to get them to the armory. Like if they've been disarmed, then rearm them.
Yeah.
Because if we have Zann's army fighting Black's army, then we can just skip the droids and go straight to Black.
I don't know if there'll be any skipping of droids, unfortunately. But I do think that is a great idea, DP. I think if we find people that have been put under lock and key, we can use them to our advantage. But from what I can tell from her notes, I'm not sure whether the crew has gone along with Black or if they are imprisoned or what the mercenary force is doing right now. So I expect we have that as a plan, but we also go in with our suspicions up just in case.
And I'm sorry if this was mentioned, but the security suite, is it just an armory, or does it have controls over the security system on the ship?
Okay, so
I'm sorry if I missed that.
I know. I'm gonna offer clarification to that as well as something I should have also clarified. I'll say she also does send along her most recent scan of the ship. Basically, the humanoids or the organic life form readings that she got are basically in the cargo hold and the security suite brig section.
Oh, okay, so they are under lock and key.
So yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
So it's like cargo hold. They seem to be split up amongst that, and the security suite has a brig section, so for locking up people. It has. Let me double check to make sure I know exactly what all it has.
Yes.
It does not have grenades.
No.
So security suite can hold extra cargo with a lock and a key. It has its own way to get into it. It can hold a number of prisoners equal to one 1/4 the ship's suite capacity size, and simple blasters and vibro weapons, as well as light armor and shields, to outfort a force equal to 1/4 the ship's suite capacity size. So,
Raymond, so like,
yeah, it would be equal to 100 people. It could equip.
but not so bad that
It also contains, as Moalani's notes, security access for, or the controls for the ship's internal security system, which includes a number of automated turrets.
Yeah, get the turrets on our side.
Yeah, we can do that. So we outfit the security people, turn the turrets against them, and any other thing we can do. Right?
I mean, if we can get the people that are the organic people that are in the cargo bay to the security suite, then we can arm them.
And there's people in the security
And
suite.
there's people in the security suite, probably Casilius, because it's a brig, and he's probably the most important person there, so he'd most likely be the one locked up.
most influential on them anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know if we want to just go to the cargo bay first and then
Well-
go to security.
From the descriptions, the cargo bay is immediately adjacent to the landing deck, right?
Yeah, so it's basically right, like, aft towards the engines and towards the engineering. That's where the cargo bay is, and it is right
Okay.
next
Yeah,
to the hangar.
I think you're right. I think we do hit the cargo bay first. The problem that's going to arise is as soon as we get them out, we're going to have a large number of people with no armor or with no
No
supplies. So
weapons.
we're going to have to go ahead and clear the path for them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume, even with cloaked, as soon as we land, we should expect a fight.
Yeah.
Also, do we want to disable the hyperdrive just in case Black and escape pods in case Black tries to escape?
Yeah.
Yeah, escape pods for sure. I don't know about the hyperdrive though, just because us and our ship will be on his ship. So if he jumps, we're still going to be on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Like, am I thinking of that wrong?
My counterpoint to that is we're on the ship, but say he has a plan that he wants to send the ship in the hyperspace to a destination to unleash his plan. If we disable the hyperdrive, we can stop him from doing that, and maybe potentially stop him from crashing the ship in a mad fury of frustration.
That is a good counterpoint and something I definitely think if we can get to engineering to disable escape pods and hyperdrive, we will basically put ourselves in a situation of the I'm not locked in here. You're locked in here with me.
Yeah.
It's like Doom.
Here with us.
We're stuck together.
You're trapped in here with me.
Gratis will chime in. We may be able to accomplish several goals simultaneously. It is very likely that when rounding up the ship, Black might have just simply put those who were closest to each location into either the cargo hold or to the storage or to the security suite. The engineers might very well be in the cargo hold. We could send them towards the engineering compartment to disable it while we draw Raymond Black's attention towards further into the ship.
Coda will put away his grenade launcher and say,
Well, we can do that. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. That's okay. I wasn't looking forward to anything.
You're not subtle at all.
I think that is an excellent plan, Gratis. Do we think we want to send any of us with the engineers to give them protection, or are we just going to
Trust
them and send them on their way?
That's an excellent point. They are undefended.
The traditions can go.
The
That man,
I
right there.
forgot.
That fish man, right there.
That's a
what's going on?
good
What?
job.
Oh,
There's some yeah. The Trandoshans understand you, but they don't speak basic. So Dax, you recognize they did I give them names? I thought I gave them names.
I think you did. I don't have.
You never told us your names. I don't think we asked.
I thought I made it known last time. One of them, I think I called him Skyzik. We'll say to Dex because he knows you're the only one who can understand him. Says, "We will." I'm not doing the voice. He basically says, "We will protect them, if that is what you wish, or if that is what he wishes." He points to Asdepeus since he's the one in charge.
What did he say?
God.
Got a Mexican stand. Who's in charge?
Would I know? Is there like a customary kind of like, not like a bow, but like like
Just a gesture.
a salute or gesture to them to be like, thank you for offering, or something like
A
that?
thumbs up.
Yeah, I would say sure. Yeah, in your
Okay.
interactions with them, you've picked that up. I could say it's. I think with Trandoshans, what would it be with Trandoshans?
They lick their eyes.
I'll just say you perform that gesture. I'm not gonna try to come up with something.
Acknowledgement.
You're able to give that gesture to them.
Yeah, I just give the gesture and say we are very appreciative of that and your willingness to help us.
So Gratis says, "I take it they're willing to help."
Yes, they are willing to help protect the engineering.
Engineers.
Remind me again, real quick, Austin. What kind of weapons do the Trandoshans have?
Excellent question. Let me pull up. Let me pull them up on the monster manual. The Scum and Villainy manual.
Are they the scum or are they?
They don't have. I have a blaster carbine that I don't use that I could give to them as an additional weapon if they need it.
They have a blaster rifle and short swords.
Okay, so they don't need a gun. That's basically. I just wanted to make sure they had some guns.
They've got guns. They've got swords.
They're armed.
They're pretty. I mean, yeah, they're Trandos. They're very armed for the.
Yeah, barrels.
Ships. So that
They do actually. They don't have sleeves. They've got scales.
No, listen, I know.
No, they're lizards. They're pretty scaly.
I think the last thing we need to figure out is our formation that we will take up as we disembark, and then I think we have our strategy.
How wide is the corridors?
The corridors are about they're decently wide. You could easily like walk your whole squad down. Actually, let me check something real quick.
It's like a
Firing squad,
U-boat
we just do a
size
straight line
hallways.
and just walk down.
Yeah, let's not.
we can do the slow-mo walk. As we're all down.
Like because there's 8 of you. You could get about. You could easily fit, I think, 7 of you across the wall, from wall to wall. They're pretty wide.
Well, I have the speed and severity of action to take the front line.
Yes, I
I
think
can-
DP, you being in the front, along with Asdepeus, I think are both going to be key points to the front of our formation.
I can scout ahead if you need me to.
I think
I could be towards the middle.
You're more melee than ranged, right?
Yeah.
I'm
But you're
definitely
really-
more melee as well.
Yeah.
you might be better.
Because I'm thinking of
100%.
If I'm hidden,
I can be the middle
they
first.
have disadvantage on perception checks to see me.
because what I was thinking it was putting like DP and Asdepeus front, and then Rovri and
Ira?
Byra kind of like next in line, like one
Staggered.
Yeah.
step back and
kinda
on
like
the
around
side. Because that way you guys can still interact, but you're not going to be
In the front.
front line
Yeah,
and center.
okay. Yeah, that works.
I would probably be best in the back because I can also keep an eye on our rear without
Yes.
having to use my
But
vision.
you in the back. I
Do
can
we
sit.
want to
I,
separate our... Do we want to separate the front line from the back line in case of grenades?
yes, that is a great
Yeah.
point, Coda. I think we should give some space.
In case of enemy grenades are yours.
Kota would not hit us with a grenade.
I give no comment.
That's
Um,
very
It all
reassuring.
depends, Gratis. Where are you going?
Talked about this.
We talked about
Yes. No,
I'm not telling you anything.
I won't. I promise I won't blow up Gratis.
Was that so hard?
Yes, it
Kota?
was actually.
Gratis is gonna look. I'll take a position in the middle.
I think. And then let's see who we have left. We have Miria.
So far in position, I have Asclepius and DP at the front. Behind them, and I'm gonna kind of like arrowhead it out. I have
Yeah.
Byra and Aetov. Not Aetov.
The other one.
Byra and Ravri. Gratis will be not far behind them.
Do we want to like pull up a blank Roll20 page?
I have something ready.
Okay.
It's just gonna be kind of a placeholder so you guys can readjust formation if you need to.
Okay. Then maybe should we do a space and then do middle? We can put like me and me and Gratis, because Gratis is also melee, but he can kind of do like the phalanx kind of position where he can step up, stab between the lines, and then step back, and he's still got kind of that space.
Yeah.
Then you
Let
and
me
Kota in the
let me real
back.
quick. I'm just gonna get everything into position here. I'm gonna
Area
adjust.
can be
And
with
might
kind of
also be in the middle, but like off to the side.
Same, I can do
Oh, but
middle, but on
I can also slice through.
Oh,
I've got range stuff and also things that need
You
to be
might be a
within
good
30
idea.
feet.
Yeah, because of her slicing. If we can get two people
Dumbledore.
slicing
One second.
Yeah.
or helping, I think that's going to be.
She has more of an advantage than I do
Yeah.
with it, but I'm proficient. I have
Top and Dex, right?
No,
I have
No,
Dex
Dex
is
is in the middle of Gratis.
with the stuff.
So at that point, it feels like we have two lines.
so yeah. So maybe Dex and Gratis and Miria in the middle.
So let me
And Coda.
switch you
And then
guys
me and
over
Coco.
to this.
Because
You're gonna need
you're a lot of like
I know things look
lobby
funky on.
takeover, right?
Oh, we're over
funky on Twitch right now. So I'm gonna make a couple of quick adjustments here.
Boo.
So you got
Is wrong.
2 cameras on there.
I fixed it by now.
This was delayed.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's seeing mine. No, don't see mine. See the other one.
Quick, look!
We all need to turn off our screen for a
It's
second.
not
It's like
showing me.
Everyone avert your eyes.
It's not showing anything right now, but dadgummit, why are you on mine? I had it pulled up first.
I specifically requested it.
Oh, freaking dang it. 1 second. Hang on. We're gonna have to do a little bit of fixing here.
So my Coda and Gratis are turning into the next Steve and Dustin. it's just
He's clearly Dustin
yeah,
because he's little.
you know.
Also wicked smart.
Is that why you asked for the height?
Everyone's saying
No, frick you.
Dang.
Alright.
I was thinking of the primitive.
Close everything down.
Yeah.
Shut off the computer.
Well, I was thinking about. I was watching that Naruto movie where he goes back in time, and
There we go. That's
he like the
That's better.
there's a
Aha, your
the
computer
benefit
files.
that's into that in order to protect Queen.
Was went to little
There's-
Germans there. Your
Like
computer
violence.
file is out there for me to use.
They were like interfering with other people's affairs. You know, I don't know. That's just where my brain went.
okay, so things aren't exactly perfect right now, but hey, it's working.
I
So
see you have a file.
That's all right. That's perfect.
That's okay. That's okay.
Tell me what I want to know about the final boss.
there we go. History. Store window. There we go. Okay. Everything's back. Everything's back. Except roll 20.
This period of technical difficulties has been brought to you by Strange Dice. We have them.
Not by Dwarven
Or D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching the stream, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, follow, subscribe.
Sponsor us.
Check us out on YouTube also at the Nerd90s on Instagram. Alright, so we're just gonna have to live with what that looks like because I really don't
That's fine.
adjust it. So,
It's
this is just
usable.
gonna be a hallway placeholder.
Okay.
Perfect.
This is what I have so far. If you guys, so let's just start. Let's just kind of go around. Start from the front. DP as the pace. You guys find where you're at, or do you want to be a little more spread out?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I was picturing a little more like the entire formation more spread out.
More spread.
I don't know what anyone else was.
Like leave a space
envisioning.
between us and do like DP down one lower, and then have it be like spread out like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Like, not spread out this way, but spread out.
Oh,
that
like,
way.
I see what you're
Further
saying
out.
now. I see.
So yeah, Robbery
Maybe two.
and Robbery. Are you fine where you're at on that? Can you see it all right?
Yeah.
Do you want to move you forwards, kind of like here, or?
We can keep like maybe a 2 square space or something.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah.
There? Byra.
Yeah, I'll be the same.
Kind of in formation with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Gratis is going to stay sort of here towards the middle because he, while also he can be a ranged fighter, he also can be very melee, and his support is often touch based. So.
Yeah.
I do not listen to anything.
Throw me next to him. I'll be next to him.
Like here, like immediately next to him, or like kind of. Whoop! I just stretched you.
Whoa! Dex crew!
Like here.
Whoa!
He really let
Feel
himself
like-
go there at the end.
So,
You stretched
like
like
this, or
Taffy.
more like right next to each other.
Let's actually put me one step back because I'm total range, but I want. Basically, I'm relying on my experience of doing things like this or similar things before, so that I can kind of be able to help direct the formation in any way that needs to be done. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll be in line with Dex, but on Gratis's other side.
So like over here.
Up more. One more. Yeah.
And it's often coded.
You wanted to be towards the middle, right?
Well,
Put me directly in line with Gratis, but and then maybe 1 square back. Okay, that works.
Because you can perceive everything behind
And I have a really long range. Like I have an ability that basically kind of lets me double the range of my spells, so I'm not really too worried about that.
Perfect.
okay.
You're not
In the
healer
space to the left of me,
who's like
will
long
be 2
range
squares
is
above.
the worst.
In the column to the left of me, so like right there, in line with
Like right there.
1 space to the right. I'll be right there.
That's decent.
Are you guys all happy with this formation?
Looks sexy.
Yes.
The sexy Stargazer formation.
Also, hopefully also, there you go. You see as
Very
Oh yeah, that's my aura.
Just remember that
You're
you have.
so domains. Like big.
I appreciate it.
So this all looks good to you.
Plus what to save throws?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yes, perfect.
So there is your formation moving forward. Do something. Give me 1 second. Do a little bit of editing here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kick that.
Byron, do you want to be moved 1 square closer to Asdapeus just so you're in his aura?
Sure. What does that do?
Why
You
is
get a
it
+2 on saving throws.
Oh heck yes.
So if anybody
It's
gets
so like stretched out like that.
Paula Dean aura.
get your butt up.
It shouldn't be that quite stretched out. I don't know why it is.
I'm glad somebody found that funny.
Look like that really. Like it's.
It's doing something weird.
I think I know what it is. Give me 1 second.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, I was just about to say that,
Are you
Morgan.
breaking up with? Yep. See, are you breaking up with
What is-
Twitch?
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
This is a very slow process, but I'm just eyeballing it because I don't want to do the trial and error of trying to fix it. I'm just doing it this way.
Nice.
But do it live.
I quoted that the other day and nobody got it. I think I was with my sisters maybe, and they didn't get the reference.
I
I
don't
was
think
like,
your sisters would get that right.
it was
I hate when that
sad.
happens when you make references and no one else gets it. You're like,
Sincerely
no.
appreciate it.
Okay.
This section of the technical difficulties are also brought to you by empty beverage containers.
Ooh.
Empty beverage containers, you drink it.
This
have
is
two right here.
brought to you by
I'm going to
Starlicious, not a sponsor.
Mine is not empty.
Our end of the stream is sponsored by Sodalicious, not a sponsor. Uh,
My drink has yuzu in it. That almost sounds like yuzu.
Yuzu?
Spicy boy. Yeah. Sparkling coconut water with yuzu.
Is usually that yellow citrus.
I assume it is. I don't know. I assume it is. It's really good though.
Yuzu.
Ooh.
Awaken.
Still one of my favorite
Ooh, shoot.
sequences
Why
of
is it
Shadow
so
Lord.
like
I wouldn't be surprised.
I apologize for the extreme technical difficulties
It's okay.
You good?
It's showing mine again. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying.
I just did the bard.
There we go. Jeez, freaking whiz.
Jeez, the freaking wheeze.
Yeah, basically.
There we go. Good. Nice, sweet prince. All right. That's fixed. That's fixed.
Nice.
As of this point, because we're going through the technical difficulties, I'm going to go ahead and trigger a break right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
also
totally
need to use
fine.
the bathroom. We have some people away at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to trigger a break. We'll be right back. We have
Don't
to get
anyone
to this
move.
very soon. So please, thank you for everyone who's here, by the way. There's a lot of you. Very much appreciate you being here. Stick around. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Follow us during break.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram and at YouTube at the Nerd90s. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will be back very quickly.
Bye, friends. Hey. Yeah, there are so many freaking cleric domains. 1, 2, 3. There are 14 cleric domains.
Would you like to know there's more
I
in
know.
Taldori?
Yeah, I know. What?
He's wild.
It's fine.
He's wild.
Who's texting you?
My dad.
Hi, Dad. What's up?
I was just saying hi.
Lord,
My
Lord.
audio.
I think it's just when you kept trying to figure out the
I know why.
technical stuff. Why?
Because I didn't put the microphone on this particular overlay.
Oh.
It was just picking me up from that one, which is why it wasn't picking me up very well.
Oh, I see.
So,
Okay.
welcome back, everybody. I apologize. I didn't set my microphone to this layout, and whoops.
The joys of implementing new mics.
Yes. So I had it on the other layout or scene, whatever you want to call it, but not on this one because there are two of them. So that is why. That is why. So welcome back. We were discussing the plan. This is the formation y'all are in. You're gonna use to take on the ship, and we can adjust it as we go, obviously. But that is your initial formation. Is there anything else y'all wish to discuss?
Coda has this thing with robbery that he wants to bring up.
Yes.
Oh, also.
No, that's fine.
Ira wanted to be moved up one, so she's in Alex's aura.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Let me.
Just one more square.
Where am I? Boop. Okay.
I've been booped.
Okay. So you're within the aura.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. After we disperse, Coda will take robbery.
Well, that's the thing. Are we done? Are we good to disperse?
Yeah. I don't want to.
Yes, I think
We
we're
good
good.
to
Yeah, I think we're
disperse. Go ahead.
Okay. Coda will take robbery to a secluded place, or as private as possible, on this small ship.
A dark alley or a cargo hold?
The engine room where you keep your grenades.
The engine room, because I'm really the
Yeah,
only one that
yeah.
goes in there.
Apparently, I need to
Never mind.
avoid back alley storage units.
Just go with them.
I will close the door, and Coda will say,
Bradley, we need to talk.
Apparently,
So, I've had a revelation. And
Oh,
this
boy.
is about you. Being a spy. Or used to being a spy.
yes.
So, if Casilius Zann knew you were a spy, and if Lanny worked for Casilius Zann, there's a good chance that Lanny, who worked for Casilius Zann, who also worked for the Chiss Ascendancy, she also spy, knows that you used to be a spy.
I'm well aware she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
So,
Did you tell her?
I didn't say anything. Like I'm just
Casilius
assuming.
Casilius never said that he told Lonnie.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know if she knows.
Oh my goodness.
I'm assuming that she has an idea of who I am, but
so
I don't have any information about that.
we have to worry about the Empire and maybe the Chiss Ascendancy. I don't. This is so
I don't-
much.
This is so much. Oh my gosh.
Coach, I think you're a little too stressed over this.
I just don't want you to get shot.
I appreciate you looking out for me, but I honestly don't think I need to worry about Lonnie saying anything.
Let me keep my eye on her. Just in case.
You know, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, since
Bye.
we're the only ones who really know about you being a spy.
Everybody knows except Aetoff and Gratis.
Coda will just have like a dumbfounded look on his fish face for a moment. And just stay quiet.
You told me when you first found out that I needed to let everybody know.
Yes.
And I resisted. I resisted that thought, thinking it was better to keep it quiet.
Yes.
Well, the last talk that I had with my handler didn't go so well, and I think he's either sending someone to come get me and take me back, or outright kill me.
Oh my gosh.
So,
His poor little brain is getting overloaded right now.
so I opted to tell people last night.
You
What
did
was
this
the-
last night?
Yes,
When? We were all partying.
you were drunk.
Yes, but when?
I'm a former spy. It's my job to not be noticed.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Was your job.
It was my job, yes.
So, Gladys I can understand because... but why tough? Is it because she's been spending time with Gladys?
Yes. She is very close with him, and knowing the Sith, they can learn information in very subtle ways. She's young, and I'm not holding that against her, but
I'm holding that against her.
I'm holding it against her. I'm just trying to be cautious.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah.
I still hold a great amount of fear of the Sith. And I just, seeing how close she is with him, I can't bring myself to tell her.
So, does everyone else know you're keeping this a secret from Aetaf?
No,
Then
but
there's a good chance that they might spill the beans. And she might find out about it from not you. At which point I think she might be more angry.
I think I considered that possibility, actually.
I didn't either. Well,
Throughout all this, she doesn't think about the Trandoshans at all.
don't speak basic. They can only really talk to Dex, and Dex already knows.
You can like talk at them like you would a therapist.
Yeah.
Can I just sit down and talk with you guys? Okay, here it is.
The one phrase you learn in the
You're
language
like,
is when they
what?
say, "How do you feel about that?"
You know?
It's like that.
Yeah.
Scene, it's like that scene in A Bug's Life where they're talking to the roly-poly dudes, and they're just like,
I love that part.
It's so good.
So I'm not gonna tell you what to do or anything.
But you're going to do what to do.
No! No! Yes!
Coach.
No! I mean, if it were me, and everyone's keeping a secret, and everyone else knows, and I found out about it, I'd be a little miffed.
Eeft?
Me.
Sounds like you said meefed.
I am so
I'll keep
right
it.
now.
It's a Balmoran word.
It's a dumb word.
Something you
Doesn't
learned in the
translate.
war.
It's slang. Yes, I've wondered about how she would take it if she heard it from somebody else. Last night I couldn't bring myself to tell her.
I imagine a lot of rocks.
A lot of
Rocks?
Yeah, being thrown
At you.
at you.
Why would Aetov throw rocks at me?
I
When
have
she
horse-
gets upset,
Let's
have
throw
you
rocks.
seen her fight? When she gets upset, she throws rocks.
Oh my god.
Being
being a Jedi, I think she would want to talk to me first rather than just outright attack me.
Or would she?
Dun dun dun.
She's been a traitor.
No.
A Jedi. But a Jedi that's been talking with Gratis.
You're not helping me feel any better about this.
Okay, well, so I'm just saying it's better it comes from your mouth before it comes from someone else's.
You're not wrong.
But let's get real on the big problem. Lani. What are we gonna do about her? Should we, assassinate her? I can sick DP on her.
No, Kota, I honestly think we can trust her.
Coda can.
She's worked for Casilius for a long time. And I trust Casilius. He's good at reading people. And he has been careful about who he trusts, about who he lets into his inner circle.
Does he know that she's a spy?
Yes, I believe he does.
Yes. I believe Casilius
Yes,
did
I-
mention that he
told
did.
me. Yes, he did tell me that he does know.
But that was only after you found out.
Well,
Yes.
I didn't know that. I'm still gonna watch her.
Sorry, what?
I'm still gonna watch her just in case.
If it helps you feel better, I don't discourage you.
Okay,
He will open up the door and say,
good talk.
Are you inviting her to leave or are you walking out?
I'm not moving.
She just kind of looks at him, shakes her head, and she'll pat his head on her way out the door. Good boy.
You're a weird.
And she will go find Aetoff.
Okay.
Okay.
Right ahead.
Are you by yourself?
Probably.
I was just talking
Okay.
about Buddy.
I'm probably gonna be. Yeah, I'll probably be in my room just meditating, or working on the lightsaber that I'm trying to fix for Aspath. I'll say that I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
She's just kind of sitting cross-legged on the floor in front of her bed, just holding the lightsaber, slightly levitating it above her hands with the force in it, kind of is spinning and rotating, and like little pieces are moving on and off of it. She's just kind of sitting there.
Robert's just gonna kind of stand in the doorway for a second, just kind of working up the courage to walk in.
She's gonna say, "You can come in, you know."
She does
Walks
have
in and
blind
closes.
sight. Or she does have, yeah, she's you have
Well,
blind
yeah.
sight, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know that you're there.
Yeah,
It's-
she's
You
not
have blind
trying.
sight out to like 30 feet. She knows you're there.
Yeah, she's not trying to be sneaky. She'll just kind of sigh, walk in, and close the door. Then sit down in front of you.
I will say, actually, if you are working on the lightsaber, you would not be alone. So, because Gratis was there helping you,
Oh,
and
okay.
Asdepeus was.
Well, okay, then maybe not. I'd rather be by myself, probably.
Yeah, so you'll be by yourself for this, but
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
That changes things.
Yeah, no.
Oh shoot! I'll just
so
come
this
back
can be a
later.
moment. This can be a moment when you're when Aetoff is alone.
She'll just sit in front of you. Just kind of bounce her leg nervously, just kind of looking at you.
She's just not gonna say anything. She's just gonna stay still.
I suppose I owe you an explanation for my reaction last night. What I want to tell you is very important. And I have avoided this for this reason. I don't want him to know. And I know that you have gotten close with him. Which is why I haven't been comfortable coming to talk with you. But I'd rather you hear it from me rather than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't trust you, I just don't trust Gratis.
Somebody don't trust you, I just don't trust you.
The Sith are very good at getting information from unwilling people. Just have a lot of trust issues, if you couldn't tell.
Big shocker there.
Surprise! I, up until recently, was an Imperial spy. I worked for the Empire for the past 10 years, doing a lot of awful things to further their goals and desires. And up until recently, I didn't have a problem with it. And my handler did not take my resignation very well.
That's what we're calling it now, your resignation.
Yes, I resigned. I formally resigned after I had a major headache.
That's a good way to phrase it.
After realizing I've been brainwashed, I decided to cut ties.
Just sounds like you got over a breakup with like a really toxic ex.
It really does, honestly.
He broke. They canceled her pension. Good one shot. But you can understand why I'm hesitant to talk about it, especially having a Sith around. It's just not in my nature to tell people my occupation or my former occupation, I guess.
She's just gonna kind of sit there for a moment, and when you say that you're the part when you said you were the Imperial spy, she's gonna kind of like stiffen very visibly. And her facial expression isn't really gonna change for a moment, but once you kind of finish talking, she's gonna kind of just like rub her chin and kind of sigh a little bit.
I think my handler is going to either send someone to come get me and take me back to him, or he's just going to have them outright kill me. Either way, it puts the crew in danger, and I wanted you to be aware. I wanted everyone to be aware, except for Gratis, because I don't want him to know.
When you say recently, how recent is recently?
Just before we left for the Hutt's birthday party.
She's gonna kind of just like cover her whole face for a second. Oh. Kind of shaking her head, just like doesn't even know what to say. Oh.
This mission that I was on, my goal was to disrupt progress on Terrace. And then once the Zallos were brought into it, my handler thought it wise for me to stick around with the group. And I did give him whatever information. And then we found the bounty for my sister. And when we got to Alderaan, and I saw what was going on with my home, it changed how I saw things. But this is not my first offense. This mission was supposed to be my redemption. I screwed up my last mission and was severely punished for it, and this was my second chance. And I blew it. So that's why I think he's coming to kill me.
Oh, rough.
She kind of just awkwardly stands up. I'm sorry to dump this on you, but I just wanted everyone to know. Please, please don't tell Gratis. He's the last person I want to know.
I have no intention of telling him. However, he has ways. So I will tell him that it is not his concern.
Only
And-
if it's brought up. Please don't.
Well, he's not stupid.
Oh, I know he's not, which is why I've been trying to avoid him.
Well, he already knows there's something up with you anyways.
Well,
So
just chalk it up to the Sith make me uncomfortable, because that is not a lie.
I don't really know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I just, if you think of something to say later, you can come find me. I mean,
Go on
but we don't.
together.
We don't really have anywhere else to go. So
Just leave me alone for a bit.
I wanted you to hear it from me.
Does everyone else know?
Everyone else knows. That's what I was doing last night, was telling everyone. Kota found out first when we were staying with the Zallos. It was quite by accident. I was not paying attention, and that was my fault. I made him promise not to say anything, and then told Dex after that, and everyone else found out last night. Dex told me that if I were to do anything to hurt any of you, he would promptly shoot me. Which I don't blame him for.
We're just establishing how endearing Dex is. And just, like loving and
He's
caring.
a great captain. Shoot you on sight.
Yep.
I can't believe that.
I'm sorry.
I don't want your apology. I don't want to hear it.
We'll just walk towards the door. Just figured you ought to hear it from me first. Then she'll leave.
She's gonna kind of just lean back against the bed and just kind of look up and just kind of sit in contemplation for a bit.
Can I just say, I'm really surprised that Coda was the most. When Coda found out, it was the most. I'm surprised no one else has pulled a blade on you.
Right? I was considering it, so
Yeah.
You definitely avoided that maneuver with your conversation with DP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think several people were about to kill me.
So is that the end of your interaction there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna leave and
Okay. Cool. Anything else
Go
before
off
we
on
make
her
it to the Trailblazer?
Let's go on a life-threatening adventure.
I have to have everyone's back. So.
You got me right.
please don't turn on me, guys. I am not
So-
a crook.
So there is
I am not a crook.
Your former crook.
there is a period for a long rest. None of you have lost hit points, but for those of you who wish to switch out powers for specific ones, you may do so.
Already done.
Do we still
So-
have the temporary 5 hit points that we had?
From when?
Ready?
I think it was.
I think you got those from Sena Zalo like several weeks ago. You do not.
Who did?
I thought we got something.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong. Wow.
Okay.
Maybe,
We
but
did,
either
I'm
way,
sure
no.
those are probably long
Okay.
gone
Not important.
at this point.
I don't know,
So-
I had them down for a while.
Okay. So, you come up on the coordinates that Lonnie gave you. You exit hyperspace, and the first thing you see, especially Dex, with your insane passive perception and the fact that you're the one flying the ship, out in the distance, very small, is you can see the shape of the Trailblazer, but it's a very long ways off. And Lonnie gave you coordinates to far away enough that you could stealth in if you so desired. And right
Yes,
next
or-
to you, actually, is a much smaller ship. This looks to be sort of a normal, like shuttle, normal transport sort of thing. And you're immediately hailed from that ship. And the caller identifies herself as Lonnie.
Hello, Lonnie.
She says,
Valkyrie
"Oh,
will
wonderful!
snap
You
up
are all
to the
here.
head.
You're all here. Waiting for some time. There hasn't been much change. I've been scanning so often. It feels as though the droids are maintaining standard patrol procedures. It's been pretty quiet out here. I imagine Black is waiting for something.
He's probably waiting for us.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I will monitor everything. I'll monitor things from out here. Best I can tell, Black is on the bridge. At least at this point. If you wished to go in stealthily or guns blazing, that's up to you, but I will monitor your situation and will advise you from out here.
I propose stealthy.
Yes, please stealth.
Guns.
Okay, so, you guys going in stealth?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ship, yeah, it's done.
Most
Stealthy.
def.
All right, so, Spencer, are you using the stealth field generator thing you have?
Yes, I am.
All right,
I
roll
pulled-
stealth with advantage using your ship's dex and your proficiency bonus.
I'm ready
All
to
right.
push the ship.
Stargazer.
Does this ship level up? Level up.
You have to pay for it to level up. That's what you guys did a very long time ago when you got the the recreation suite. That was you leveling the ship up.
Would this be straight dex or would this be our hide skill?
It would be the hide skill. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a stealth.
So-
It include, but because the ship doesn't get a proficiency bonus, which is kind of weird, I'm saying it's dex plus your proficiency. So whatever that comes out to be.
Okay. Sweet. That's a 23.
23. Okay.
Here we come.
Passive perception is 17. Oh no.
Alrighty. So you begin to make your way stealthily towards the Trailblazer. You're going at a slower pace because you're being stealthy, so you're going in, and it just slowly starts to get bigger, bigger in your vision. As you approach it, you get closer within, 5,000, 2,000, 1,000. You are very close to it. You can see the hangar, which is currently open. The shields are up. That, of course, keeps the... Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
We can't hear you very well.
Why not? I'm muted! Dadgummit, this stupid pop filter! I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Thank you, One Shot. I didn't have that up. Okay, anyway.
We were like,
So,
we just hear like very different.
So, you make your way towards the Trailblazer, about 5,000 meters away, eventually closer to 2,000, 1,000. You can see the hangar. There are shields up, but they're just like the shields that you can pass through that allow, or that make it so that the vacuum of space doesn't suck you out.
Excellent. That's good.
Make your way closer, and no movement is made from the ship to turn and shoot at you. Seems that you have been successful in your stealth.
Yeah.
Hey, pop the champagne.
Thanks.
You do have alcohol on board.
Should I boost the engines?
Can't have a party yet.
So, you make it on board the Trailblazer. Very slowly set your ship down, and the hangar kind of, it's towards the thinner part of the Trailblazer, and you can see there's actually another sort of smaller than your starship ship in here as well. Looks to be pretty rudimentary, nothing too special, that is already parked here. But you have enough room to fit yourself into this hangar. So, this is where we're going to have some fun. So, what we're going to do now, you guys are on Trailblazer. Let us all roll initiative.
All right.
Hell.
You go first.
Ooh.
Only a 14.
Kidding me.
Hey, oh, that's what I rolled.
Oh my god.
There's a key difference.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be all that helpful though.
I need it.
What did you want to trade?
Will the DM allow that?
Want to trade initiative rolls?
Everyone, let's give each other the help action.
All right. So,
Check.
I want alert. I'm
Do
just
it.
alert.
all right. I'm going to go around here. Byra. Or no, sorry. 25 to 20.
22.
21.
20.
You got some high rollers.
All right. As to pay us, 21 for Ravri.
Yep.
And 20 for Dex.
20 for Dex. All right.
All right.
I wish I had a 20 Dex. All right. 20 to 15.
Oh
15
no.
to 10.
11.
14. I rolled really poorly.
No.
EP got a 14.
I rolled a 4.
10.
I was gonna say, don't you have like a plus 10 to your Dex or something
I
ridiculous?
have exactly a plus 10. Paul and I
There you
got
go.
the same roll.
No, man.
10 to 5.
8.
Shabbat.
Oh! No!
All right.
Kodo with the last initiative
As normal.
Nope.
All right.
Air top.
I got a 3.
Oh.
I got a 3.
Okay. So,
Well, you're still the tail.
for those of you at
Kodo.
home, I alerted the group before the session that things are going to be a little bit differently. There's going to be a lot of theater of the mind going into this infiltration. We're basically, rule of cool is the rule now. We're going to come up with some really fun, awesome, or badass ways that we can get through this ship using skills, abilities, points, powers, whatever we can. If you can think of it, and if it seems feasible, I will let you do it. There might be some consequences, obviously, so there's going to be an initiative. But before we get into this, as you guys disembark the ship, you hear like a and you hear over the ship's loudspeakers going through the ship. Well, I had figured you guys might show up eventually. Really great job trying to sneak past my sensors, but not quite so stealthy. I rolled a natural 19 on that perception check.
Gosh.
That's too easy.
On your new set of dice.
I rolled it.
Yeah, it was on my new dice.
So
I had figured the rest. I figured you show up eventually. I'm curious to see exactly how you make it through. Come to the bridge whenever you're ready. I've got something I want to show you.
This bastard.
I don't like this.
I hate that.
And it is at this
when you're ready.
It's at this point when you hear as the footsteps of
Here they
metal on
come.
metal coming. What?
I just said, here
Yeah,
they come.
coming from. So you guys come in on. You came in on the starboard side of the ship, so it's coming from your right now. Like, because if you're facing ahead, to the left is the cargo bay and the engine block, and to the right is towards the bridge. So from the right, you start to hear. And as a group of about 25 droids, very kind of small, not very tough looking, but definitely overwhelming, start to come towards you in a marching formation.
From which direction?
The right.
From your right. So,
From the front of it.
this is where rule of cool. So this is you haven't taken up this formation yet, I'll say, because you guys are just coming off. You thought you had stealth. So at the top of the initiative is Gratis and Estepaeus. What is your initiative, or what is your initiative bonus?
+3.
+3. Okay, it's the exact same as Gratis.
Rollies.
So what we're gonna do here with this whole thing, this is rule of cool. You can either come up with some stuff that's cool on your own to do, or you can like collaborate with other people and try to do so. Let's try to talk. What kind of cool thing, what kind of duo thing can Gratis and Estepaeus do?
Can we force slingshot somebody? Like speed down the hall, like push them and like.
Oh yes.
Wanna try that?
Yeah.
Who's getting? Are you getting thrown forward?
I don't care. Sure, I'm tanky. I'll do it.
Okay. So Gratis doesn't have a power enough. So what's going to happen here is if you have a power, like if you want to use the Force or your tech to try to do something that may not be a power or that you don't have, I will let you do it. But there will be you'll just have to spend some extra points, and there might be a consequence you might have to deal with. So
Because like, for example, like, because it's lower. I think it's second. I'd have to know first or second level, but it's like force push. I know there is a weight limit, but like if we both used it on each other, like to.
Double the weight limit.
Yeah.
give me 1 second.
Would that work? I don't know. That might not work. It's fine. I was just
I'm
thinking something like that.
Like Luke and I didn't think it was Vader to like push against each other and they fly back.
Yeah.
Except
It was Vader and Obi-Wan.
No, friend, the Obi-Wan's dead in this particular movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the sixth.
Spoiler.
Sixth.
Just kidding. If that's
Okay,
not
give me
possible,
1
do
second. No,
something
I
else.
want to do it. I think it'd be
Okay.
very cool for you to just fling yourself there. Do you have Force Push?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's combine two. Let's combine two things.
If you didn't, I know I do.
We're gonna combine two things here.
Call it the citrus storm.
Yeah, let's combine two things here. Gratis is gonna cast Slow Descent on you to make you lighter,
Okay.
and then you can
cool.
cast Force Push to fling yourself forward.
I'm down with that.
All right. So spend the amount of Force points. I believe that is 2 for Gratis. I'm gonna mark this down. I've got his Force
Out of
points here.
initiative? Okay, good.
Is it force push? Is that what it is?
Yeah, if that's what you have, you Force Push. And he's gonna kind of like steal himself. I'm gonna have him make a Strength saving throw to see if you push him back as well.
Dude, that's at will. Oh, I forgot it was a level 1.
At will.
Yeah, Force
Okay, I'll
Push.
say for the sake of this, spend 2 Force points to enhance it a little bit.
That's fine.
Gratis rolls a 18 on his Strength saving throw, so I'm gonna go ahead and say he succeeds. Doesn't get like thrown backwards by you doing this. So he sort of like uses the Force to almost sort of lift you up, make you a little bit lighter on your feet as you push yourself, slingshot yourself forward.
Lightsabers out.
Lightsabers out. Go ahead and just make 2 attack rolls for me. We're just gonna see how well you do to start to dispatch this group.
Got it. You got it.
Natural 20.
All right. You don't, no need for a second roll. You throw yourself into them, and you just come out swinging. You're a tornado of lightsaber here. You just start mowing through these guys.
Holy
And
crap.
I'd say there was, what did I say? There was 25 of them?
Yeah.
There's like 17 of them are already dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say 17 of them are already dead.
Cool.
They're not very well, they're not, like, they're more like, well, never mind. They're just very weak. All right. That's as the pace and Gratis. Next up, Bravri.
Okay, I want to fire up my exojets, and
All right,
I want to do
exojets.
like a serpentine thing between the halls,
Serpentine.
and I would like to use feint to
Alright.
divert target's attention. I have to make a deception against their insight.
All right. I'll roll the white for the droids.
No,
All right,
please
go
roll
ahead.
well. 18.
Yeah, they don't succeed.
Yeah. So they have disadvantage on saving throws and such.
Okay, cool. Is that
So
all
I
you're
wanna
doing?
up to one of them. I want to attack one of them.
Well, this is a different combat. This isn't like one-on-one. This is us trying to because there's a ton of droids.
Right.
That's how every encounter is going to be.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of droids. So
So,
if you want to attack,
As
I'll
I'm
let you attack a
doing-
decent amount of them. Depending on how well you roll, is how many you'll get.
yeah, I want to have my blade out, and as I jump from wall to wall, I want to strike at them as
What
I'm
is it?
going.
What does it take to activate your exojets?
Bonus action dash.
It's a bonus action.
Okay, so and the feint is also a bonus action.
No, that's just
Oh, is it?
inherent in her attack action.
Oh, it's part of the attack action. I see.
Hers
There we
in
go.
particular.
Yes. Go ahead.
Mine
Make
is-
your
mine
attack
is a
action.
bonus action.
I was
What
trying to
do
make sure because I know
you-
you had something like that. Go ahead and make your attack, and however well you do is basically going to determine how many of these you can take out.
That's also 18.
18? Okay. There are 17 of them left. You managed to get them down to 3. Just kind of going through, slicing them up.
Nice.
Dang.
All right. And also, by the way, in any of these, I'm going to allow, if you are trying to do something cool or whatever and you do not make the check, I will allow one person to, like, basically use a reaction to interject and to try to correct the action.
At risk to themselves.
At some sort of risk, yes. All right. So, next up is Dex.
I'm just gonna see the remaining 3 and just shoot 3 of them.
All right, go ahead.
Pew, pew,
Go ahead and
pew.
shoot. Roll to attack.
Oh, that's not great. That's a 12.
12. That does not make it.
Darn it.
All right.
So I'm trying to.
Is there anything anyone
it just
can or
started
wants to
moving.
do to try to correct this?
What was it he tried to do?
You should just try to shoot him.
Ah.
If not, we can move on to the next one.
I don't think I have anything that
Okay. We'll just.
That's okay.
This is
I was
like-
trying to
like
avoid
rules
the
light.
2
It's
very
very
highly
rules
moved-
light.
Yeah.
Say that again,
The
Spencer. I'm
two
sorry.
just like bolted forward.
Yeah, they bolted forward. They're going everywhere. I was trying not to hit them and missed my shots.
That's okay. I like it. Yeah, rules are a bit light on this one. I'm letting it be more just for the sake of being cool. You guys are invading a ship. This is supposed to be awesome. Let me check something here real quick. I want to see.
Oh, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
pretty good.
Those incendiary ones are like.
I'm on the wrong.
I
Tag.
want to do something, but I'm not sure.
Is there anything he can do? No, not really.
Prolonged.
No, there's nothing he can do really. Okay.
Resistant.
Anyway, continuing on. Next up is
The fire stays.
yeah. Next up, DP. You are
Okay.
up.
So I've got these 4 robot arms.
Yeah.
Putting my shield away, or just not having my shield out. Use the requisite 3 arms to like climb the side of the wall to then
Oh.
go and attack the droids.
You can just like jump.
He's
on
gonna
them from
General
above.
Grievous this shit.
Yeah. So
All right.
I can have 1 arm free with that.
Yeah.
Make the slash.
All right,
That's-
cool.
that's
You
dope.
just go ahead. Yeah, so DP just gonna just very grievous, just start up the wall.
Yep.
Takes his sword.
This is a
Go ahead.
size that we've
How do
never
you do that?
seen.
Make your attack.
And if assuming I hit, I'd like to nail their heads.
12 plus.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're able. You go straight for the heads, and they're all standing next to each other. They turn to look at you, and you just take their heads right off.
That's sick.
When we pick off this initiative next, it's gonna go where we left off. So what's gonna happen is whenever you come across an encounter,
Cool.
we're just gonna keep the initiative going. So the droids are taken care of. You hear the voice. Well, that was dramatic. Although I really rather liked that. I'm curious to see what else you do.
Do I see any cameras?
Make a perception check.
Can I look too?
Sure.
Mother fudge.
I will try
14.
as well.
All right, last perception check. This is the last one.
That's an 8.
14, 8.
That is a 15 plus 7.
That's a 22.
Yeah.
Okay. There are no
Perception's pretty good.
cameras, but you do make out what appears to be as you're looking for cameras, you see something. You're like kind of looking, and you're like, wait. You have to go and check. You see like a little bit of a strange like light reflection that just kind of seems
shimmer?
odd, like a shimmer that's just kind of floating, like maybe about 15 feet above you guys.
Like a mystical shimmer or attack shimmer?
Attack shimmer.
Can I jump really high?
Does it, Austin, with my blind sight, can I detect what's there?
Actually,
If
yes. At
there's
this point,
something-
when she points it out, yes, you look up. Your blind sight does detect there is this little small floating probe thing, just kind of like hovering, looking at you guys.
I wanna jump up and just like karate kick it.
Can I try
Alright.
and throw my lightsaber on it?
Byra wants to go first, so I'm gonna let her do it.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, roll an athletics check. Unless you want to do something a little cooler than just jumping.
Parkour!
Can I jump off of somebody?
There are containers, like big storage containers. There's your ship. There's the wall itself.
There's Coda.
Can jump off of people.
Bounce off his head.
I'm willing to give you acrobatics if you want.
I mean,
Whichever is better.
Both are the same.
Both are the same? Do whatever you want then.
Sounds like you have Coda's consent.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I mean,
Yo,
I'm.
Paul's consent. Coda's another story.
You're a more heavyweight than me. I am really light, so
I'm also
it'll be
small.
Yes,
I'm a good
you're
little-
very
So
small.
in this
but-
case, roll athletics with advantage
Okay.
because you're still gonna have to like.
I'm just gonna like run up and then just kind of leap off of your shoulders.
Okay.
And just
Classic
kind of
middle
like,
school
just kind of
Alright.
turn myself.
All right, go ahead. Roll
Get it.
athletics with advantage.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
This is your moment.
That is a 21.
21. Okay, yeah, you're able to get up to it. What are you hoping to do? You want to grab it? You want to stab it? You want to punch it? What are you doing with it?
Actually,
Grab it, stab it, poke it, dog.
I was hoping to just the heck out of it.
You just want to kick it?
Yeah.
Kick it down.
All right.
If I bring it down, I will.
All right, go ahead and make 2 attack rolls with it.
Okay.
Or
Would
attack
that-
rolls on it.
Would that be?
It's your unarmed strike. If you're gonna kick it, it's your unarmed strike.
I'm just trying to find that. Oh, I found it. Okay. Sorry. I was looking in the wrong spot.
It's the left. Dun, 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 dun.
Please stop.
Yeah. No.
No.
It's just 2 straight attack rolls.
First one does not hit.
No, not you two.
What was the first one?
Goodness gracious, that song's gonna get stuck in my head now.
That hits.
Oh, okay.
It's got 1 hit point. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
So you just go up and you kick it, and it hits the wall and hits the ground.
Impressive.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
Oh, screw you.
I paid good money for that.
Go, 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 go.
I mean, there's nothing for me to flip the bird
No, you broke it.
at.
Yeah, you
All
broke
right. So where are you guys going? You're going towards the cargo hold, correct?
Yes.
To
the
the
left.
cargo hold.
Yes. So you go
Yeah.
left towards the cargo hold. You start to make your way towards there. On the way there,
I'm gonna keep watch of our rear.
okay. Duly noted.
Yeah, that's what I.
On the way there,
that's
there's
my
a
purpose.
That's my purpose.
There's a small hallway that's
What hallway?
maybe about 100 feet long, leading towards the cargo bay. On the way there, there's another group of droids in your way. We left off on them. Actually, no. The initiative Byra is tied with the droids. I imagine your dexterity and your initiative is much higher. It's 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you go first. There are more droids blocking your path. I would say you have assumed this formation by this point.
Nice view, radiator springs.
So what do you want to do? And you can talk amongst them. And like if you don't have if anyone doesn't have an idea for something cool, anyone else can chip in. Like I'm totally fine with that. This is just supposed to be really awesome.
Yeah, if anything. My idea was to use one of your grenades and just kind of like
Go bowling for droids.
Bowling for buzzards.
kind of like get a running start and just kind of leap up in the air and just kind of like
bicycle kick
it.
Kick the grenade down.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the range on your grenade launcher?
It's 320 feet.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay. And you can still do that if you want.
I will tell everybody, move.
Stand back.
Just move.
About to do some monk
Can I do that? I mean, if it's
You can do whatever you want. That's something you can do if you wish.
do it.
I'm open to it. I'm down. Yeah.
Papa.
Oh,
Yes,
stop.
yes.
You're terrible. I can't even handle
If
you.
you want, I'll let Coda sacrifice his place in the initiative
Yeah.
for now so that he can do it as part of your turn.
I'm down.
You have no place.
Okay.
Not married for time.
Back up.
Should I roll an attack roll?
Just
so I can like calculate.
roll an attack roll, roll an acrobatics check.
How many droids are there this time?
About the same.
Okay.
With advantage?
No,
Just straight.
just straight acrobatics.
Traces. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up.
You have something too.
Ooh,
That's a natural 18
Natural
plus
18.
7.
17 plus 7, so 26. All right.
Dang.
25. 18 plus 7?
18 plus 7.
25.
Yeah, 25.
Oh, yeah, 25.
Yeah, because 8 plus 7.
So you start to run your way down the hall. He launches a grenade, and you just like pick up and just. And because of the momentum, I'm gonna let the grenade do max damage.
Yeah.
What grenade are you throwing?
Well, I loaded an incendiary grenade.
Incendiary grenade. What's the range or what's the radius on that?
10 foot.
10 foot. Although I was also
Might be 20, like 10 foot
yeah,
radius.
gonna look it up. But I was also going to suggest with my bonus action I can throw a grenade 30 feet. So
Okay.
2.
yeah.
So the first one you just launched. This one you want her to kick.
Yeah, like the first one, like I can launch them both, and she can kick them both down into it.
Okay, sure. I like that. Let's do it. All right. So with that, you both just handily take out all of the drones.
You pull a bow.
Pop, pop! I just give.
Yeah.
So
I just give
10 foot radius. The ground
I
is
don't even
ablaze
know.
for 1
Yeah.
minute.
Oh,
You're just
so you
like-
light the ground on fire. So your progress is impeded for 1 minute.
It's worth it.
I just go up to Coda and give him like a solid high five.
Yeah. The second grenade was a frag grenade.
Okay. Well, the ground is still on fire. For
Yeah.
So you guys, there's this fire in your way for a bit.
Sorry.
My bad.
Worth it.
I'll keep climbing along the ceiling.
Okay.
Get there.
Really have my finger?
Tell the
Can you
tell the
tell us?
engineers what's up. Go there.
Is there
Go
a
to the
sprinkler
captain's ship,
system?
communicate what we've already.
The cargo hold
done.
is locked.
Okay. I don't have anything.
Exactly.
I can run
It's
on walls.
Yes, you can.
Can I run
Or
across and open the door for him? My lightsaber.
Yeah, we have 3 people that can run on walls because you can do
You
it
run
too.
almost there? Are you there yet?
Hey,
I
did
actually
you say the door was
technically have
locked?
climbing gloves.
What
Would
was
work
that,
too?
Lindsay? Or Shayla?
Or did you say the door was locked?
Yeah, it's
Or
locked.
blocked? Okay, I didn't know if it was locked or
Locked.
blocked.
There's fire in the way and the door is locked.
Yeah, the fire's there for a minute.
Asdepeus can like pick me up and like run me across
You
without.
get that at 9th level.
The-
You get the ability to run across vertical surfaces at 9th level.
So
Okay.
only these 2
You can like
go
make a
across.
justification for acrobatics part.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can make. I can justify that. But you can just run across no problem. And if you want to make an acrobatics check to try to run across the fire, you can.
Tough as something.
While you're deciding, yes,
I
it's
think
up.
I'll wait.
Can I like force push the fire to one side?
Sure. Spend 2 force points as well to suppress the fire,
Cool.
and I'll just allow you to
I'm gonna
suppress
go-
it. Like you can just foof it down. But
I'm gonna go try and unlock the door.
okay, well, as the pace was already on his way, make a strength check or an athletics
I
check.
was just gonna say, oh, for my to run the wall. Or?
No, because you can do that naturally, but to open
Yeah.
the door, because
Okay, I was just gonna cut off my lightsaber.
yeah. Well,
No, it is.
again, cutting it with your lightsaber can
No,
do one
that's-
of
I
two
just
things.
wanted
It
to-
can either well, are you cutting the controls or the door itself?
Are you cutting a hole in the door?
I didn't think about that.
Well, there are basically three options here. You can cut the controls, and you will have a 50-50 chance of either opening the door or locking it. Worse, because in Star Wars, shooting the controls does both.
Yep.
So you can either cut a door in it, or cut a hole, or you can try to do what Riva did and try to cut through the locking mechanism itself.
I'll try to do that one.
Okay.
But that
These-
also might.
It's a
Well,
little tougher. A little tougher, but make an athletics check.
Athletics.
Good.
That's a
14?
I
Okay.
have a
14. Or
question.
15. Sorry.
Yes, Lindsay?
Can I help him by using my lore master ability to give him a bonus to his check?
Yes. You may go ahead and do
Okay.
so. I'm being
Alright, I
forgiving on that
will-
because I am having a problem seeing the Discord right now.
That's okay. I will just basically come up and point out the best places and a way to cut, so he knows what to do.
Okay.
And he
So-
gets a +3 to his roll.
You get a +3 to the roll.
So that's an 18.
18. I will also, I'm going to lower the DC because of the fact that you have spent a lot of time in military ships. So I will say with that, you do manage to cut through the lock.
Yeah.
So you,
You're welcome.
and with the force, you're able to make it go up. And inside you see a smattering of a bunch of different kinds of people, male, female, in between, alien, human. There's all sorts of them. And just for the sake of expediency here, you're able to find the engineers, inform them of what your plan is in order to disable the hyperdrive. Whoever wants to roll a persuasion check, just one person, to attempt to persuade them to go with the Trandoshans.
I have a +5 to persuasion.
I have +3.
I got deception.
She should probably do it.
All right, Robert, you go ahead and do it.
Oh no, can anybody give me advantage?
Yeah, the big scary Trandoshan.
Radis will give you guidance. Add a d6.
Yay!
Okay, cool. Okay, that's 15. 18. Seems
With
to
the
be my lucky
D6?
number.
Yes,
Yep.
with the D6.
Okay, 18. All right, you do manage to convince them. They're a little wary of the Trandoshans, not because they're racist or anything, but because there's these big dudes with big weapons.
Well, I'm not racist.
Don't think we needed that in there, but okay.
Okay, so you guys managed to get the engineers to continue on. Turn out my lights a little bit. It's getting dark.
Is Casilius there? Or is
Storming the
not?
hyperdrive.
I'm not racist, but those Trandoshans
You
sure
think,
are.
you think it'll work?
Make a miracle. So you send the engineers off on their way, and you guys head back towards the bridge.
We wanted to go to the security branch,
Yeah.
right?
The security suite is on the way to the bridge.
Okay.
Yep. So yes, towards the bridge with
The intent
the
to make
security
a stop
suite
on the way.
Or the whole to the brig.
Yep. All right. So you guys start to make your way towards. You can stay kind of on this lower level, which is more of the utility stuff, or you can head up towards the area that you know is the casino.
Droids crawl.
Which way do you guys want to go?
Let's go casino.
You're not stopping the gamble.
the casino probably will have more like cover in the form of like tables, chairs. and so
Yeah.
from,
Yeah.
Okay.
from like
Casino?
that perspective.
Casino.
Sure.
Do not gamble.
All right. You can
Distractions.
deduce that the casino's probably not active at the moment.
It will be once he's in there.
All right. So you guys head up. As you're on your way towards it, you hop into one of the turbo lifts, which surprisingly is not being impeded. But while you're in it, you hear Raymond's voice come through. Heading up that way. Honestly, not what I would have expected, but I'm curious to see. I hope you like the casino. It's actually quite nice. Zann did an excellent job installing it.
This guy is such a psychopath.
They have a terrible choice in elevator music.
I know.
The Imperial
No,
March
not
elevator
the
version
Imperial.
is my favorite.
I mean, hot water
Well,
enough
as
as
the
it
parade
is.
version from Star Wars Rebels. So you make it into the casino, and it's really funny because ships, it's always metal and pipes and wires and lights and no decorum. Whereas now you're in a proper casino almost. There are tables, there's chairs, there's a bar, there's carpets, there's bright neon lights, very similar to what you saw at the Club Vertica. And also, once again, another group of droids who are now up on the initiative. Yay!
Ooh.
And they're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to roll kind of one mass attack roll for the three in the front, DP, Byra, and Astapeus.
Okay.
Which is a total of...
74 damage.
I'm doing attack rolls because I'm not just giving it to them. Blaster carbine. 15.
That would have hit me.
Miss. Okay. So this whole group shoots towards, and you all managed to just. Y'all just managed to.
Oh my god!
Y'all managed to duck behind some of the tables as you're moving forward. As there's like this barrage of blaster fire coming towards you, but they all managed to miss.
Does the barrage happen to hit any of us in the back? Or in the middle?
I will
Barely
say
missed
for
You
Gratis. Let's see. Yeah, I'll say for Gratis, Miria, and Dex. What are your ACs? 17. Dex.
14.
What was it?
14.
Or no, 15. Sorry.
15. Okay, that hits both of you. I believe Dex.
14
I
and
believe.
15, yeah.
I believe Gratis is fine. Gratis is fine. Okay, so that's gonna be.
Is robbery affected too?
Oh yeah, Ravery. What's your AC?
Can I uncanny dodge or evasion this?
This is not a dexterity saving throw, but
Once you
what's your AC?
15.
Yeah, so you can uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Can't take half damage. It's not gonna be a ton of damage.
Bring
These
it
guys are
up.
particularly bulky, but there will be more of it because there's a lot of them.
Ooh.
It's not gonna be that bad.
Oh, so
31.
good.
It's not gonna be that.
74 damage. What's that half? It is half. All right. It's not gonna be a lot.
Just
9 points of energy damage.
Woohoo!
So, I take how much?
4.
For Ravery.
4 for Ravery. Yeah.
Cool. Ouch. Grazed my shoulder.
So again, not a lot. They don't seem to be very tough. But that is going to be.
So dodge out of the way.
That's gonna be their turn. Well, by Miria, it is now your turn.
Me? Okay. I have something I want to try.
Go ahead.
Just trying to figure out how to make it awesome.
Hey, Coda, you're keeping an eye out. Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
All right.
Or 20.
For 18.
For 22.
22? Okay. I'll say as of this moment, looking back, you don't see anything following you, but you do notice that there are turrets, even in here, but they're not active. At least at this point. The ones that you've, like turrets kind of mounted on the ceilings, very Republic Commando style.
Yeah.
Not active.
Hey, Dax.
Yes.
That's not a good sign, right?
It's interesting, but knowing our what's the word? Our persecutor, it's not surprising.
Probably won't turn him on if he wants us to the
All right, Morgan, what did you want to do?
How far are the droids from me? Like, are they pretty close?
Let me see. I'd say they're about 30 feet away.
Okay, that's perfect.
Well,
then.
actually, they would have to be because... Oh, no, their range is 60 feet. I'll say they're 30 feet.
Okay, that works then. You said we ducked behind cover, is that right?
Yeah, so kind of like you guys were talking behind cover. You took a hit, but you managed to get behind cover as they were shooting.
Okay.
The ones in front, really, they just like, what? They hit the deck.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Spread eagle on the ground.
With DP, that looks really funny because you have four arms.
Yeah, it's not a snow angel. It's a snow seraphim.
Yeah.
It's a biblical snow angel.
Haven't heard that one before. Okay, I'm gonna pop out from behind my cover, and what Miria's gonna do is she's gonna kind of jump up on whatever table or thing she ducked behind, jump up in the air, and using her wrist pad or whatever it is, gonna cast wire bind.
What does that do?
Produces up to 4 wires, which binds creatures of my choice within range. So I'm going to use 4 wires, target 4 droids.
Okay.
They have to make a dex saving throw, and on a failed save, they are restrained and they fall prone. So what I want to do is I'm going to jump up, shoot the wires, and whichever ones get restrained, I pull the rope down or pull the wires down as I land and just yank them to the ground.
I like it.
Nice.
That is. I'm just gonna roll 1 because it's, and I'll let this affect a bit more than normal because that's kind of how I'm letting this play out.
Yeah.
Let's see, dexterity. That's only a 13. So.
They fail.
All right, I'll say that gets. There's only 20 of these ones, so I'll say that gets 8 of them.
Nice.
Oh, I can get 2 of these.
I'm letting you do a bit more because of the.
Oh,
just
okay.
Cool right now.
Right.
Um,
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I jump up, shoot the wires. When they wrap, I'm just gonna yank them down so that they all fall down. And I know at least the Aetov's behind me. And so I'm just gonna try and be like, what was I gonna say? Either Aetov or whoever wants to, I guess. Somebody take out these droids while they're on the ground. Like someone can run a lightsaber on the ground,
Something
cut
like
the
that,
heads
yeah.
off, or whatever they want to do.
Combo
Like-
move.
all right, yeah, combo move. All right, Coda, you would be up, but
I
you
sacrificed
sacrificed
my
your initiative spot. That's fine. Aetov, you are now up. There are 8
Okay.
droids that are just pulled down to the ground, yanked down by Miria.
And I'll maybe cast a look at Aetov, even though I know she can't really see me, but I'll just kind of be like,
Well, she can see.
Right, yeah. Like, someone take these droids while they're on the ground.
Hurts.
Okay, I would like to use my improved saber throw and try to do kind of I'm going to throw my lightsaber and kind of hopefully hit multiple targets with it.
Okay. Who are you going for? The ones that Aetov downed, or the ones that
Excuse
are not
me?
downed? Sorry, Miria. Sorry, names.
What are my options? The ones that are down, and then
So
there
there's
are
8 of them
there
that are on
ones-
the ground right now, and then there are 12 of them that are not. But the
I
ones
think
that are
I
on the
might
ground
have-
are restrained, so where you would normally have disadvantage, you would have just a straight roll.
Okay, I will do that then, because that was my concern.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Okay. I got a 22.
Okay, you're able to throw, and it swings through the air, and the ones that are on the ground, you just cleanly chop their heads off, and you managed to also get a couple in the periphery. Actually, hang on. Gratis is going to sacrifice his initiative and spend 2 more force points to push your saber forward. So as it's starting to come back, he pushes it back and takes out 5 more of them before it returns to you.
Okay, cool.
That's nice.
Force points there.
Miriam's
Alright.
gonna look back and go, excellent,
All right.
and then retract the wires.
Aetov's turn. There's still, let's see, so there are
Mike
8,
Echo.
5, that's 13. There's still 7 left. As the pace, you're back up. Gratis has sacrificed his spot on the initiative, so it's just you, but you can use anybody else if you'd like.
Austin, there's a Mike Echo.
Mike Echo?
One shot as declared so.
Oh boy, I'm sorry. It's probably because I'm just being really loud.
Her word is law.
Okay, so wait, how many more are left?
7. But again, depending on how well you roll at this stuff, depends on how many of them you can take out. So you could take out a bunch of them really quick, as you did before with the nat 20, or you could not. So
It's gonna sound weird. Can I just run in the? Are they like in a group, like near each other?
Yeah, they're in a group.
Can I do basically? Okay, I'm not. This is the bad way of putting it. Hammer throw, but not throw my lightsaber. Like do it and like spin. You know how they do the hammer throw in
Sure.
the Olympics?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Like you know how they like
like
boom,
discus?
boom, kind of, but like
Kind
it's
of.
the one where it's like the ball on the
Yeah.
chin,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
know.
like when they
Mhm.
spin it and they like
Yeah, sure. Go
do something
ahead.
like that with my lightsaber.
Roll
I know
an
what you're
ath-
talking about, yeah.
roll an athletics check.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Natural one.
No.
You go to do it and you trip
That's okay.
and
It's okay.
fall and
Apparently those wires weren't there.
take 8 points of damage as your lightsaber, as you actually get hit by your lightsaber as you're coming down.
That's okay.
Hey,
Oh, wait.
I have to declare that before.
Near me?
He had to run forward about 30 feet.
That's okay.
Well,
Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea?
Balance out. It's fine.
That is funny. Yeah, you roll a nat 20 and then a natural one.
And I'm like, gosh dang it.
I have something, but I was supposed to declare it before the roll was made.
Well, hang on, I'm being lenient.
I thought it was a reaction, but it's not.
Well, again, I'm letting. If you want to sacrifice your initiative for this, I'm allowing.
I have this ability called Fate's Exploit. I have a D20 roll that I have saved that I can use to replace another roll.
Oh, that's better than what I've got.
Where'd you get that?
It can confirm it's like the
It's
locations.
what is it?
Oh, it's the rogue thing. Okay,
Seventh
yeah,
level.
that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's way
Cool.
better than what I've got.
It's
Yeah.
instead of
Go
13.
ahead and re-roll.
I have one of those too.
Is that a reactionary thing?
I give him the roll that I rolled.
Oh, you roll it. Is a reaction? Is it?
It's portent from the diviner wizard.
Okay, yeah.
The only issue being the text of the rule says it needs to be within 5 feet of you.
I'm allowing
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So I rolled a 13.
13
So instead of
for.
the 1 for
So what's your athletics then? So 13
Plus, then that's a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. All right.
Plus.
Was that a reaction, Shayla?
Yeah, that would.
I imagine it's a reaction. Okay, so
Yeah,
nobody has to sacrifice anything.
I was gonna tell you.
So you're able to, as you're going to trip, Bravery just manages to. How do we flavor this?
Flavor.
I'll just say you go to trip, she grabs you and pulls you back, and you're able to go and I'll say you manage to destroy the rest of them.
So I don't take any damage?
No,
Cool.
take 8 damage.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right.
You were the
You're
best.
welcome.
Bless.
All right.
To the rescue.
So
Thank you.
that is your turn.
Didn't ask you.
We are now moving forward. You run through the rest of the casino. The turrets are still not active.
I'm gonna keep an eye on those turrets, and I
Okay.
imagine we see more as we go down into the next room.
Yep. So you enter into a larger, longer hallway that have large crates kind of stacked on one side. Some appear to be, to the trained eyes of, I would say, again, you three, they appear to be small, like, fuel sources, fuel canisters, perfect for IEDs, if you so desired.
IED.
Improvised explosive device.
Coda.
Now my turn.
All right.
Not my division.
So, as you continue on, you come across this hallway where there are these, you can see little alcoves on either side. There's about 4 on each side that are kind of just like rounded little bits that kind of just on either side. When you hear the voice of Raymond go, let's try things a little differently. And you're as turrets on the walls start to, they turn towards you and will begin to fire. Or will make to fire. It's not their turn yet, but
I know.
they will go ahead and they will make to attack you. Ravri, your turn.
Okay. So. Let's see. The turrets are up.
Yeah. Well, the turrets are activated. They start shooting at you. Well, they're about to shoot at you, but you're a little bit faster.
Turrets are threatening.
Okay.
If you want to try to combine with anyone to do something super cool, you may do so, except for Gratis, because he used his turn.
Okay. I do something cool here. Who is after Gratis?
It was Asdepeus.
Okay.
Gratis Gratis has the highest initiative along with Asdepeus.
Okay. I'm not a sharpshooter or anything, but like probably just like point out the turrets and try to. I'm not a sharpshooter. Just maybe. Can I give the help action to?
Dex is next on the initiative.
Huh?
Dex is next on the initiative. If you want to give it to him or to DP, whoever.
And what's your vision?
I was thinking of like tossing my blaster to DP because he's got extra arms and just like have him like spin in a circle or something and shoot at all the turrets.
Go ham.
Sure, I have a blaster of my own, so we can dual wield this.
If you want to go right now and give up your spot, okay.
Yeah, we'll do
so
it. Have some
she'll
fun.
give. I'll give it this help action. Go ahead and make attacks or an attack at advantage with your blaster. You start to spin around very much.
IG-11.
IG-11
IG-11.
style.
Yeah.
All he needs is just a little baby on his front.
Yep.
Advantage.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Give advantage, yeah.
Makes
Help
me
action.
feel better.
Oh, it gets better.
19.
Was the last one a 1? Yes.
Okay, so 19 plus what? 7?
No, it is 19.
Oh, it's 19. Okay. So DP runs and he kind of like
use some flat surface over there.
charges forward, grabbing the blaster as he goes, and just starts.
There you go.
What?
I
What
was
did you
just
say, Shayla?
celebrating. I was celebrating.
You go in there, you take out 3 of them. There's 8 total, so there's still 5 left. These guys are a little more hardy than the droids.
Yes.
All right, so that's your guys' turns. Next up is Dex.
Dex.
My turn. Woohoo! There are some remaining, correct?
Yes, there are 5 remaining.
Most of them.
And turrets.
Oh, there's 5 droids and turrets.
There's just turrets. 5 turrets.
Oh, no, just turrets.
Sorry, 5 turrets.
You're good. You're
Confusing
good.
me. Confusing me. I don't really have much to do.
Shoot him.
Try lighting them up for a shot, so you can get all of them.
Yeah, do you want to try a ricochet? I will let you do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Roll for me. Yeah, roll an attack roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Speak.
That is a 25.
25?
Nice.
All right. So you kind of dive roll off to the side. You take aim, very crosshair, and you manage to find the great ricochet point off the metal in the walls. You go through one, and you hit another, and then manage to get the third one. So now there are 2 left.
Woo! I did stuff,
Nicely
guys.
done.
I actually.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yay.
All right. Sorry. Keeping track of things. Ah, my die. All right, cool. Dex's turn. DP already went. It is now Pyra. Your go.
I don't know what to do. Woo.
Would you like suggestions or?
Yeah.
Twist the turrets on fires at the other one.
That's an excellent.
That's
You
a
don't
really
have to be
good one.
secret. I said you can suggest things. That's a really great idea.
Twist the turrets and then it's the other one.
Twist the turret?
Yes, like jump. You can jump up on it. He suggests you jump up, grab it, and just like twist it so it shoots at the other one and destroys it.
Actually, I think I might try that. I
That's
was gonna.
a wonderful idea.
Yes.
All right.
I really don't have much.
Roll athletics. That's fine. I want this to be a collaborative effort.
Yes. I appreciate that. Because I am a melee person and I don't have any guns. So I have anything except my arms.
I've got 2 spare ones now.
Yes, you do. You said just a straight roll?
Athletics check. Straight
So,
roll, yes.
Just straight. Okay.
Looks healthy.
That's 21.
21? Okay.
Shit, one.
You jump up. So you jump up, kind of run up the wall, like kind of kick off it, grab it. Well, again with a check you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
You manage. Well, you don't really want it, but jump off and grab it and twist it. Now it's about to fire. It's not fired yet,
Yeah,
but you manage to twist it in time for it because you can hear it like it's powering up. Next is their turn. So, yeah, that will work. So it fires, and shoots the other one.
Thank you for the suggestion. I didn't even think of that.
But this one is still active, so it's just set up.
So there's just one.
Just one left.
Okay.
And it's the one you're holding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you twisted it to shoot the other one. It's still
Yeah.
shooting.
Yeah. If you'd have rolled higher, like about a 25, I would have let you break it off after it fires, but you didn't roll that high. So. Would have been cool, yeah. All right, Miria, you're up.
What if they shot each other?
Oh, sorry. It's your turn.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yes. There's one turret left.
This
Fire
one
is
was-
hanging off of it. She twisted it to destroy the other one, or to shoot at the other one, which it did, and she's currently just hanging off it, but it's still active.
Do you still want to do that?
Not for one turret, no.
Not for a turret? Okay.
That'd be overkill.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt you. Please.
Give it a little up tap. Break it off completely.
Would the on-off tech power work for this?
No, because you know that the security station in the security suite is the way to control these things.
You just picture a battle between her and Raymond Black. It's just
I saw somebody.
On,
Somebody asked on the subreddit if that could work for weapons or items that they're holding, even though the spell specifies that it does not. Because it's like you can just turn off a lightsaber. Like he's going to somebody just turn it
I mean,
off.
that's what Jedi's should do with the Force anyway.
They should.
I
Yes.
you would think, but that would require them to actually use their
The
brains.
power specifies that while they're holding it, you can.
There's lightsabers on and off.
They
I mean, if you've got nothing cool and just kind of want to make a straight attack with it, you can also do that.
I might, but actually,
Oh yeah, you have your little AI, whatever we named him. What was his name?
Snappy.
Snappy.
Alex versus
Yeah.
Hamilton.
AI.
Do I know what type of damage would?
Ion damage would also work
Would
against
be
the
ion
turrets
damage?
pretty well.
Okay. In that case,
Anything electrical and mechanical is very heavily damaged by ion.
right?
And electric.
The electricity, it just has disadvantage on saving throws. There's no bonus damage. I feel like there should be, but it doesn't specify. So
Yeah. I took okay. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna.
It's only one turret.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shoot with my bow, but I'm also going to do enhanced weapon and give it additional ion damage.
all right, cool. Go ahead, roll an attack roll.
Yes.
Bye.
Stack them up.
Ooh, okay. That's 19.
All right, 19. Cool. You take it and you kind of charge it up with some little extra ion damage, and you take it out.
Nice.
Pretty darn good.
Nicely done.
Cool.
All right. You all continue on through, and eventually you're making your way, as you can tell, towards the security station. And I'll say that you get there. The door is also locked.
I am an expert with slicers
Alright.
tools.
All right. Roll a dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus for me.
I'll watch.
No, it's gonna be like moving.
I'll hand back the blaster.
Yeah, you give her back the blast.
Your
Okay.
dex.
What's your
What was that?
14.
14.
14? Okay. Not quite enough to get in.
I look over at Miria.
Should I give it the go? I had something. What was it? The goggles of the Tinkerer. What did that do again?
It gives you bonus usage of your bardic inspiration and other things.
Okay.
Let me take a look here real quick. Goggles of the Tinkerer.
Yes.
Whoops. They, you can use your potent aptitude against yourself. And that's about it.
Okay. Okay. I want to give.
Oh, but here's the thing. So potent aptitude is basically bardic inspiration. I believe at this point.
Yeah, it just adds an extra dice. So.
Yeah. However, with your goggles, once per turn, when you use a potent aptitude feature, you can spend one charge of you have 3 charges in your goggles. If you want to use it, which you can use on yourself, you can spend a charge to roll the dice twice and add both totals together to add an extra bonus on top of that.
Add both dice rolls together?
Yes,
Both of them
roll
together.
2 dice instead of
Yeah. So normally you'd roll just like one extra. I think it's a d6 right now.
2 of my potent aptitude dice,
Yes.
you mean?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant 2 d20 rolls.
No. Sorry.
I was
Potent
like,
aptitude
that's
dice.
insanely OP. But
Yeah, it's
okay.
very OP. I rolled 2 natural 20s, so that's
That's a 40 plus whatever the
42.
hell. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Not even proficient.
I was like,
Gosh, that
whoa,
team.
hold up.
So
Okay.
that's another thing you can do. But you have to spend a charge. You have 3 of them.
Yes. Okay. I'll
Nope.
give it a
You
shot.
have 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I have 4 now.
Let's round it up.
Okay. I'm gonna try a shot at the door. Put my goggles up.
Spending a
and-
charge then?
Yep, I'll spend a charge so I can. And you said I can add 2 potent aptitude.
So you
dice,
roll
right?
2 and you add the 2 totals together.
Okay.
And I believe there are d6s for you.
Yes, they are d6.
And
That's-
you're using her slicer's kit?
No, I have my own. Well,
Or is it
do I
your
have a slicer's
security kit? Is a security kit, sorry.
I have a slicer's kit.
Well, slicers are for computers. This is for a lock.
Oh.
Security.
I also have a security kit.
I know you have a security kit, but are you proficient in that?
Me?
No, Morgan. Sorry.
No.
Okay. So you do not get your dexterity or intelligence, not with proficiency, but with your 2 potent aptitudes. And if you wish, you can use one of your uses of Snappy to give you advantage.
Snappy, you mind giving me a hand with this?
Well, is this a lock? I can probably handle that pretty well.
Thank you.
Probably better than you can, anyway.
Oh, shut up before I shut you off.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Bite me.
I'm just thinking of an annoying voice from.
Remember, you do get advantage for the
Oh,
sniping.
ring.
Oh,
Yeah, the ring.
not that much better.
Ooh.
Snappy is a crowd favorite.
We love Snappy.
Shot says
Talking about, right?
LAO.
You know what I'm
19.
talking about, the
19? Okay.
from Ring.
Oh yeah.
With this, you do manage to get through the door.
Yay!
The door is open.
So annoying.
You walk into the security room, or into the security suite.
No problem.
It's a room.
It's fairly large. Like, there's a large-sized ship, so there's a lot of room. There are, I believe, 100 cells. Let me check the Trailblazer sheet. The security suite, yeah. Oh no, brig for 100. So there's 100. So there are 100 people in these cells. There is once again an army for 100 people. One of the people in the brig is Casilius. He's the one towards the front. You also do notice immediately the station that was mentioned to control the turrets.
I go to get Casilius out.
Okay, you go to
Any
Casilius.
turrets in this room?
There are no turrets in this room. Beth is not here.
He just randomly says
Beth
it.
Jesus, no.
Let's
Sleeping
just
on the
leave
job.
him here.
All right. So before we get to Casilius, do you want to try to hack the turrets?
Yes.
Okay, this would be a slicer kit check. I will say though, actually no, I'm gonna make this. I decided to make this differently. So you notice also that the ones that were powered up were like the exceptions, the ones you just fought. The rest of them are still powered down and will require a surge of power in order to get them back up. I will require you to spend 7 tech points. How many tech points do you have? You only have 9 tech points? That is not correct at all.
No, I think she has 9 left.
You have 9 left?
Yeah, I have 9 left.
Because
How
she
many have you
used
spent?
I use
Wirebind.
Wirebind's a
is-
4th level tech power.
That's only 5.
Yeah, I only have 14 tech points.
I thought you had way more than that.
No, at level. Yeah,
Perhaps I'm wrong, but I could have sworn you had more than that.
they only get like 14, 15.
I feel like you guys are
um,
lacking in tech power.
Well, They're more of a primary caster, so you
No,
have.
yeah, they have 2. It's
No,
per,
I have
it's
14
per short
tech points.
rest. That's the rub.
I have
It is.
fif-
It's
I have
14 points per.
Well,
short
plus your
rest.
intelligence modifier. You like the 14 is the base, but you also add your intelligence modifier.
Where does it say that?
It says it in the tech points under tech casting. The table just shows you the base level. After that, you add more.
So your intelligence is plus 4.
Points.
No, plus 5.
Okay, so you have 19 points instead of 14.
Huh.
That's good to make note of.
Cool.
Yeah.
So instead of 9, you have.
Yeah.
14, it sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, I'll give you this because I thought you had way more than that. Make a slicers check. Make a check with your slicers kit.
Okay.
And we'll see how this goes.
What kind of roll is that?
It's your intelligence plus your proficiency because you're proficient, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, you can use Snappy again. I believe you have how many usage of that? Do we have? I don't remember.
2 or 3, I
Let
thought.
me double check. It's called AI, right?
Yes.
Saves
Not gonna
room.
help at all.
Just search Snappy.
Artificially intelligent. There we go. You can use this feature twice, so you don't have to use them, but you can if you want. Basically, this check is going to determine if you need to spend all 7 or if you'll be able to pull away with less points.
I'll try without Snappy.
Okay.
Save him first.
Straight intelligence plus proficiency.
Forget that was not a roll.
Gratis will give you guidance. Extra d6.
Oh, thank you.
Extra D6. Yeah, have a good night.
You going away one shot?
Yep.
Yep.
She's going to
See you one
bed.
shot. Thanks for joining us.
Mwah. That's a 21.
21. Okay. So instead of 7, you're only going to need to spend 3 force or 3 tech points.
I have the force? Cool. Okay, cool.
So you're able to spend that many tech points. You manage to get some electricity into the system to turn on the turrets, and you can designate who they attack. But also, because of the system overcharge, you take 13 points of lightning damage.
Oh jeez.
As you're hacking into it, there's a bit of a surge, and you get zapped.
I think I have resistance to lightning damage
Do you? From what?
with the armor upgrade that I got.
Okay, so instead of 13, you take 6.
Nice.
6 points lightning damage.
I remember seeing that written down.
Sick.
Is
how
anyone
much?
in need of
6.
is anyone in need of healing right now?
Not dire. I'm
She just
good.
took 6 damage.
Plus the damage you took earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hurting that bad. I'm okay. But
Please let me know if you are hurting.
will do.
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna go ahead and start getting some of the weapons and armor
Okay.
ready.
some of you start getting the weapons and armor ready. With her at the control station, she's able to release the cells. Ravri goes to Casilius in the first cell. He does not look good. He looks
Yeah.
like he's been interrogated.
He looks up.
Oh, hey. Oh, that's a face to wake up to. Thank you very much for that. Sorry if I'm not very accommodating at the moment. Please, feel free, make yourself at home. Go back to the casino if you want a drink or something.
The casino's not in shape for that, and neither
Is it-
are you.
Is he still on my ship?
Yes, he is.
Yes, as the base.
Do I see them talking?
Yeah.
Ravri, I'm gonna throw you a med pack for Casilius.
Sweet. Thanks. I'm gonna use it on him.
Okay. We don't need to bother to roll for that. You jab him with any. Oh, okay, that's a bit better. Still pretty sore though. Oh man, thank you. It's been I don't even know how long it's been.
This
Does-
is why you don't abandon your bodyguards.
That's on me. I apologize. Shem, but I take it you liked meeting Shem. He's a good guy.
No,
He
that
just likes to
that
talk.
was awful. That was awful. He wouldn't stop talking. He just
Yeah,
kept
that's his
going.
whole thing.
Ugh.
His entire
I think
thing.
I
That's what makes him so
would.
endearing.
Well,
Ugh.
Mr. Reyes.
Yeah, I got stuck with him.
as I snuck off.
Yep.
Shem Boldworth. Well,
Well,
thank you for coming here.
We're in the process of getting our ship back.
Oh, wonderful. Well, these guys here, they should be able to help. This is most of my actually all of my security teams in here, so get those weapons and armor on them. They'll help you take the ship back.
That's what we want to hear.
Oh, good. It's so weird. I have a hidden vault on this ship. He never even asked about it.
What did he ask about?
He wanted to know about what I was looking for, all of Grandpappy Zann's, all of his vaults. He wanted to know about all the Taurus information. He's adamant.
You say Taurus or tourist?
Taurus.
Tourist.
Kept asking about it, which is so weird. I haven't learned, like, that's the most, I mean, it's sort of interesting, but it's definitely not the most valuable thing that was in his vaults. I didn't get to tell him much. We didn't find very many of it. He was adamant.
Does that sound familiar at all?
Roll a history check. Lore check, sorry, not history. Lore.
We'll do this thing. That's a 13.
13. You do remember when you first went into Zann's vault on Terrace, you found a data disk, basically, containing information on something that Anarian Zann, Casilius's ancestor, had information about a thing or a being or a person or whatever named Taurus. Anarian suspected it to be a code name, wanted to go into business with him, and it seemed Anarian didn't trust him. Ravri, you would remember before the party on Nar Shaddaa, he mentioned that while locating some of Grandpappy Zann's vaults, he found some more information on this Taurus figure.
Okay.
Zann did. And you gave the information on the disc to the fake refugees on Terrace as well.
Do we still have copies of that information?
I think I remember saying I
believe you
made
do,
a
yeah.
copy.
Yeah.
Well, you made
Because
a
I think
copy
we
and you
made
gave it to them.
No, I thought.
I remember.
I'm going to say you do still have that information, but it's not a whole lot.
Okay. I was just wondering.
With you guys, I might have had more, so I don't know if that saved my life or just made it worse. You know what?
You should rest here.
He kind of clutches aside. You know what? I think I'm done. I think after this, I'm going to retire. I'll go to someplace like Scarif, Lee Anselm. I'm going to retire. I'm going to take what I've got. You guys can have my ship. Do whatever the hell you want with it. I think I'm done. I think I'm out of this business. I thought I could do something in it. It's just been real rough.
You just him on the back. You should stay here.
You pat him on the back. He goes, ah!
Well, just gently.
My ribs.
He still goes, ah! Because his flesh is very tender. Right
He's weak.
Please
So-
just stay here and rest. We'll take care of everything else.
Okay, thank you. And hey, if you guys do, like I said, you can have the ship, but you can have the crew too if they're good people. Like, they're not totally loyal, but you pay them well enough, they'll be fine. They're good guys. You guys are good, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're good.
Letting all the security guys out.
Okay, this isn't really the time to be talking about this right now. We kind of have a bigger issue going on.
Sorry, business transactions. Yes.
While they look back to the security guys, I imagine at this point most of them are geared up, right?
Yeah, they're taking time to gear up.
Can I give them a pep talk?
Oh, please.
Sure.
Please do. Please do.
Give us a pep
I don't.
talk.
Why does one shot always leave before these big?
I'm getting back to the pep talk.
Give the security boys a pep talk.
Should I roll for something first, or?
Give it first and then we'll roll.
Okay.
Now, man,
I just had my hand behind my back and
you're going into danger here soon. I'm sure you already know. Droids on the ship, rogue turrets, and who ever knows what Black has in store for us. Some of you may die. Some of you will die. Some of you might hit a grenade that might be aimed slightly toward your general direction. But this is not mine. that red guy in the back. But
It's just like,
Casilius Zann has brought you on this boat for one thing. To get money. And to get that money, you gotta kill some droids. So let's kill some droids!
Hey, I think he's saying something.
it's like he's trying to speak to me. I know it.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Go ahead and roll at advantage.
Yeah! Because he's feeling
I like
generous.
your gumption.
I like the cut of your jib.
Yes!
Despite
Or a 3.
somehow your energy, they go.
I don't know what he said.
They're so good that they push past you and charge into the hallway.
Natural 20 for 19.
You're fine.
There, dude.
Never mind. Changes everything. They don't run.
In fact, they shoot you.
No, they charge out in the hallway. You got some energy, man. Like you're getting a bomb. They charge out in the hallway. Casilius looks at the rest of you. All right, they should be able to clear the way. Take the lower levels. They might be able to get you towards the bridge faster.
Understood.
So, as you guys continue on towards the bridge, you do not encounter any more droids along the way because sounds of battle.
Yeah.
As you get closer to the bridge, though, you do hear from the speakers. All right, very well done getting the security guys on my team and disabling my hyperdrive.
Why are you rolling?
It's lit.
Too bad one of those Trandos didn't make it.
No!
No!
Okay, though, I'm sure their Jaganagi points or whatever will be scored in Trandoshan heaven. I don't know.
That's racist.
Anyway, feel free to come on in.
Very insensitive. Oh,
Right outside.
right?
This is right outside the bridge, by the way. So,
What you gonna do about it, Jedi man?
Are the bridge doors locked?
Former Jedi.
so the bridge doors are locked.
Yeah, he's
Current man, former Jedi.
he's gonna die.
I have
He's gonna die.
I have a frag charge dedicated to breaking down doors and barriers.
Use it.
What it's good for.
And if there's anything on the other side, immediately it will very much hurt what's behind it.
Use it.
I will, unless there's any objections, I'm going to be using this.
Use it.
No
I
objections.
don't know. It doesn't feel like the right time.
Is it red, red, green, or red, green, red?
Where does the yellow go?
Activate it immediately, or activate it.
Coda says, where does the yellow go? Which is concerning because there's no yellow on it.
There is no yellow!
At this moment, we've learned Coda's colorblind.
Where does the yellow go?
So that's where he triggers Wharf Stash. So you place the charge on the door, you
Wanna
detonate
blow
it,
these doors down.
and you just there's a crunch. There's a sickening crunch and a sound of metal bending as it explodes inward and just like tears it. Let me reveal it to you real quick.
Reveal your secrets.
Keep his abnormally large nose out of other people's business.
You insolent little.
That was 20d8, if that meant
It doesn't
anything.
really matter. It's
Okay.
meant to break down doors. So it's
20d8?
Frack, man.
So you
Holy
step in and immediately there's this room here. Actually, no, that would have been the room. So there's this, you can't really see it, but there is this, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I grabbed this off of SW5e Reddit. Thank you for whoever posted this. And there's this kind of communication area off to the left. Yes. Or,
We can't hear you again. Smack it.
we're fine. Anyway, there's this kind of
That was a journey of facial
there's this
expression
communication
there.
area off to the left here, and this. So this was not meant. This was meant to be the doorway. So you were gonna blow through the doorway immediately in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my bad. To the south, I don't really know what those are supposed to be. So you're gonna blow open this doorway.
I see.
Barrel.
Reveals this central hub. This is kind of where communications are, but there is another door in front of you. I take it you guys make your way into it.
So we blasted this door.
Yes.
Cool.
So you go inside, and none of you bother to check. So you trigger the trap.
I even had that.
But it was nothing dangerous. All of a sudden, you guys are surrounded by this large ray shield. It has you trapped in there.
Great.
And it's like, you know what's funny? No one bothers to check inside the door if they ever decide to look for traps. I always check the outside. Why would I ever put a trap on the outside of the door? I know you guys didn't check, but I just have to rant about this for just a second. Like, no one ever checks the inside.
While he's doing that, can I check and see if there's anything obvious? To help us get out of there while we
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I will check as well.
Okay.
You got me
Console right
monologue, you sly dog.
There is, but not one for the ray shield. It's just
What's your
a
perception?
holo terminal at this point.
Mine's a plus. That's not accurate.
I'm gonna attempt to communicate to Casilius.
Plus 7.
Okay.
Or
If I
11
can.
with this roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's. I'll just help you.
You have his hollow frequency?
I do. He gave it
I'll
to
just
me.
help
It's
you.
true, you
take
do,
it.
yeah.
Gave
it to you.
that.
That's like that was like third session, I
Mhm.
believe it was.
Yep. Yep.
That's 16 for mine.
Alright, what are you attempting to do?
Casilius, what's the password on the ray shields?
Celios responds, I don't have ray shields up there. Okay, what did you guys roll for perception?
Well, I gave him.
Oh, okay.
16.
16? You can't see anything that seems to be. Anyway, so the doors in front of you then open, sliding open. And he keeps talking over the speakers like, I do like the use of the explosive, though. That was very fun to watch. And you see open before you this bridge here. You see these... so here at the head is... whoops. Give me 1 second. Here, this red dot here, that's Raymont Black. You see him there. Not incredibly tall, something like 5'8", maybe.
Taller than
And these 5 odd contraptions placed around him in a triangle seem to be these
Don't wanna end.
cylindrical, well, these very tall cylinders with this bright light
no.
shining from within it.
Are they big enough to hold something inside them?
They're gonna have to hold something vaguely, human height.
Oh, fudge.
And Raymond, you can see, is standing there. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll lower the shields here in a minute. I just wanted you to see. This is gonna be good." And
Oh, she is.
at the head of it, you hear a beeping noise. He's like, "Ah, perfect, right on time." He clicks, and an image appears, and you see a tall figure. No. It is
Somehow you
definitely
returned
projected in a
fast.
larger, it's definitely taller than life, but it still looks pretty tall. A figure wearing very simple robes, armored legs, and his hands are folded behind his back. He has sort of tall forehead, high cheekbones, and semi-long hair as a human man, and a lightsaber on his hip.
Okay.
And he looks very haughty.
Somebody I've seen on the HoloNet.
No. None of you know who this is.
Other than context.
Raymond says, he kind of bows a little, says, Lord Zermalin, good to hear from you.
Oh no.
I had a
Does-
feeling
Oh, no.
that would be him.
Says, while I regret to report while I was unable to complete the Rakghoul experiment, I have found a perfect viable substitute. Behold, Agorab the Hutt's fabricators. I built an entire droid army out of these things, very quickly, might I add. And the ability they have to recreate material is unheard of since the days of the Starforge. So I think these will be more than suitable to your needs. The figure looks back at him. I don't know, well, he can't really see you guys. He's on a transmission. Looks at him. Take a drink of water before I attempt to do my best Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh god.
I have no more water. All right,
Oh,
this is not gonna be
no.
good. He looks down at him, says, "Oh, Raymond. You claim to be one of the smartest people, yet you truly did not see. This experiment was never meant to succeed. I'm sounding more like Thrawn.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
merely needed you to distract the Zalos. However, your performance was rather interesting. Unfortunately, I have no choice but to leave you here. My plans do not require you anymore. You can keep your fabricators for whatever it's worth. But let us see how you handle your new guests." And then closes the communication.
Oh, shoot.
Raymond's standing with his back to you.
Looks like someone got double-crossed.
That was unexpected. No, that can't be right.
Damn, should we go now? It's kind of awkward, isn't it?
Oh, this was not meant to happen. There's gotta be another way. Must be another way. Something.
Robert, hand on your hilt.
Should I kill them? No, it's too easy. Perhaps
Face it,
there's
Black,
another
you've
way.
lost.
There must be another way! Change of tactics, yes. You also notice that there is a distinct change in his voice that I'm not able to really get across right now. It's different. It sounds like his voice, but it sounds mechanical. Perhaps a change of tactic is in order. He turns around. I haven't had the chance to properly introduce myself. And you see a slight flash of blue in sort of a very odd shape around his head, as there's a shimmer of an image. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. And he shifts.
Oh no, he's right
Standing
there.
before you is a droid.
Oh, whoa.
Two horns coming out of his head. Dark gray metallic chassis. Yellow eyes. He looks at you all and says,
Did you draw that?
he looks at you guys and says, "My name is Taurus. Perhaps now it's time we get the chance to know each other." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What? What?
I would like the thought just occurred to me as the call ended. I'm like, it'd be really like advantageous of a droid enemy, like a droid BBEG, to use a plague that does not affect him in any way, shape, or form.
You mother lovers. Oh my gosh.
Say hello to Taurus, everybody.
And that was our antepenultimate episode.
This is our antepenultimate episode of Starships and Sarlaccs. Join us in a couple of weeks, probably, hopefully, still 2 weeks from now, for the penultimate episode.
Yeah.
Oh my
As
gosh.
The crew of the Stargazer will face down against Raymont Black's true form.
Oh
my god.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for following. Be sure to follow if you like what you saw here tonight. Subscribe if you really liked it. Check us out on Instagram at the NerdHerd90s and on YouTube also at the NerdHerd90s. I'll be posting our Elden Ring playthrough very soon once I get the chance to start editing the first episodes again.
Yay.
So, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you in a galaxy far, far away in the next session. Bye-bye.
Bye.